Yes, Mr. Malloy.
As the court pleases, my lord, the proceedings were adjourned on Friday in order for the defense to view the disc that contained the section 2.5 and the spreadsheet. Both were given to the defense on Friday, and the right of cross-examination was reserved until today. It would appear everybody's ready now, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Fumana.
Thank you, my lord. May I proceed? Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. I did receive the information that I've requested last week.
Okay.
Thank you. I was also able to view the Section 205 records as well as the spreadsheet, which was in your office in the central database.
Okay.
Thank you. Can I now turning into your affidavit Exhibit 01 on page 23 of Exhibit 01. You told this court that there was an information in that table that you draw from the information which was in the central database of the police.
That's correct.
Yebo ngishilo ke mawuthi angiphenyeke noma ngiye ku page 23 ka exhibit 01 ukuthi ke kwakune information eyayikhona lapho ke eyathola ke kumininingwane noma ke ku database yamaphoyisa.
Can the information that was in the central database of the police, is it the same as the information which is depicted in that table on page 23?
It's not the same. I just used the information of the database to compile that table.
Imininingwane lena ke eku database nalena ekulana ke ayifani noma akusiyona ke into yodwa ukuthi nje ngasebenzisa lokho okuyona ke i database ukuthi ngihlanganise ke lokhu okulana.
What information is not there that you draw from the information which was in the central database?
There's a lot of other columns, like the latitude. I can go into my, and I can tell the court, which I didn't use. I only used the basics to inform the court that there was a difference between the handset and the handset numbers, but the SIM card number is the same. And it was an MTC. It's like normal talking ways for us, MTC or MOC, and then the time, date and the time.
Lana ke bekutshengisa nje inkantolo ke ukuthi ke mhlambe kunomehluko khona ke kuyona kumakhalekhukhwini qobo ihandset kanye ke nenumber kodwa ke nokushoka ukuthi uhlobo lunike iMTC indlela thina ke esikhuluma ngayo noma ke esibiza ngayo ke kanye futhi ke nayo idate nesikhathi.
Is it also correct, Colonel, that the information that was in the central database of the police is the same as the Section 205 records from the service provider?
That's correct.
Kuyiqiniswa ukuthi lokho ku database yamaphoyisa ke kuyafana ke naloko ekukuyona ke i205.
In respect, Colonel, of the other party, that is the number ending 202, why you did not include the other party as it appears in the Section 205 records and the information in the central database?
Yeah. Like I already mentioned, that number, I designed that spreadsheet myself, that number coming from the download. It's nothing to do with the 205.
Bengishilo ke ukuthi ke le spreadsheet lesi senziwe imina ke futhi ke mangenza ke yona ke i-download ke leya number leyana ke ayihlangene nje lutho ne205.
Is it also correct, Colonel, that when you were doing your analysis, you did not include the numbers that you found or find in the central database as well as in the Section 205 records which were prepared by the service provider? In your affidavit, the information that was in the central database as well as the Section 205 records from the service provider, you did not analyze as per the information that you were supposed to include in your affidavit exhibit 01.
I did, as far as I can remember, I did work on both of them, but I only draw up this table to sketch a picture to the court. So I'm not going to tell the court I use all the numbers, but I only use the numbers I think was relevant to sketch a picture for the court.
Ngasebenzisa ke okubili ke lana mokhuluma ngayo ke i-database kanye ke nawo ama-205 kodwa ke uma sengifika lana ke manje ngasebenzisa ke lana amanamba mina ke ngicabanga ukuthi ke iwona ke azodingeka noma azofuneka ke ukuthi ke ngidwebele inkantolo lesithombe lesi mina engifuna ukuyidwebela sona.
The 2-hour rule, for instance, on the 2nd of August 2014, the time will be 2200 hours, 40 minutes, 47 seconds. Then when you add the 2 hours, it will be 0040 minutes, 47 seconds. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Noma ke usufaka lamahora amabili ke kuyona ke date le ibhalwe 2 August 2014 isikhathi u22:40:47 musufaka amahora amabili ke kuzoba u0040 nama seconds awu47.
This 2-hour rule, Colonel, does it affect the minutes and seconds? Or you only add the 2 hours in the
No, it's 2 hours complete.
complete?
It's nothing to do with minutes or seconds.
Amahora amabili ke ufaka nje amahora amabili ukuthi imizuzu emingaki ke nemizuzwana emingaki ke akukuthinti lokho.
Does it affect the duration of the call?
No.
Nokuthi ke i-call leyo kwakuyisikhathi esingakanani nalapho ke ayikuthinti lokho.
Does it affect the cell name?
Yes.
Nawo ke umthelela ke la kubhalwe khona cell name.
For instance, Colonel, when you go to exhibit K5C, of the record, do you have Colonel exhibit K5C?
Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Is it correct, Colonel, that that is the GPRS stream?
That's correct.
Iyona ke le K5C lokubizwa ngokuthi i-GPRS stream.
Is it also correct, Colonel, that you told this court that when you look at that GPRS stream, the call would have been between the time, the 3rd of August 2014 at 00:34 minutes 41 seconds?
That's correct.
Ngishilo ukuthi uma ubuka isikhathi ke ila kubhalwe khona ke 3 August 2014 isikhathi u00:34 ama-minutes nama-seconds awu41.
So it will be between that time and the time, the 3rd of August 2014 at 00:47 minutes 11 seconds.
Yeah, we can roughly work on that time.
We work on that, sir.
Singasebenza ngaleso sikhathi ke ukuze kuyofika ke ku00:47 nama-seconds awu11.
Colonel, if your evidence is to be believed that the 2-hour rule does not affect the minutes and seconds, so where is 00:40 minutes 47 seconds in the exhibit, that is exhibit K5C from the 3rd of August 2014 at 00:34 minutes 41 seconds?
It's not going to show directly there, because if you go on, let's say, starting data, you can make a call while you're using your obviously book on your data system. Then you can go to GPRS or you can go to another WhatsApp. It doesn't depend. It's not going to show the call you're making straight to a number like in the normal section 205.
Can you repeat that? I think I missed you.
It's not like a normal call for section 205.
Lana ke ufuna ukwazi ukuthi lesikhathi ekukhulunywe ngaso lapha SO00 4047 kungani ke sikuphi ke lana uthi angeke kufaneke noma uwenza ke i-call ejwayelekile.
Yeah, you book on data. So you can do different transactions while you booked on data.
Uma ke ungenileke ulokubizwa ngokuthi data usungenza ke okwehlukile khona lapho.
It's like if you're working on Google search, you can make different searches, but you're still connected to internet.
Kufana noma wenza ke uGoogle search usungenza ke okuhlukile ke kodwa ke usekuyona ke internet.
Is it also correct, Colonel, that the duration of the call, that is 110 seconds, does not appear there on exhibit KK5C?
That's correct, but it appears on the 205. I've been on the download.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi isikhathi leyani sama seconds awu 110 asikho KK5C kodwa ke you said it appears on
the download.
Kodwa ke kuma download siyatholakala.
Is it also correct, Colonel, that the cell name, that is 3G Kimberley MWCEN, does not appear there?
That's correct, it not appear there, but it appears on the previous page.
Nokuthi ke their cell name ke ayi u3G Kimberley MWCEN ayikho kodwa khona ke page engaphambili.
At what time? On the previous page?
That's the evidence I handed in to the court. That's that page, which was the wrong page.
Ilobufakazi ke bengidlulisile la enkantolo ipage le abekuthiwa akusiyona ke noma ke kuyipage wrong.
You mean exhibit KK5D?
That's correct. Let me just go to
So what is the time that you are referring to, Colonel?
the Kimberley time is 22:48:35. That's the previous page, is page 1766.
22.
Please, Kimberley.
Okay.
And that's the page.
Ipage ke u1766 isikhathi u22:48:35 u2G Kimberley CEN.
Is it correct, Colonel, that that refers to other transaction, not the transaction you referred to when you add the 2 hours from the 2200 hours?
But that is a different transaction.
Yes.
That's correct.
Kuyiqinisoko ukuthi lana sikhuluma ke manje ngokuhlukile ke.
So that transaction is totally different from the transactions that you have referred to as the transactions when the the communication was made.
That's correct. When you combine the cell phone download to the section 205, it's a totally different story.
Kuyiqinisoko ke uma uhlanganisa ke manje 205 nama cell phone downloads ke ukhuluma ke ngokuhlukile.
Guys, we are not going to finish this thing. Colonel, let us now move to the transaction on the 15th of October, 2014 at 1700 hours, 33 minutes, 57 seconds. When you refer to the GPRS stream, when was that transaction made or communication made? Is it correct, Colonel, that it is on Exhibit KK 5B? It is at page 2011 of 4649.
That's correct, 5B.
Yes, thank you. That transaction, Colonel, which appears on page 23, the one on the 15th of October 2014, when you go to the GPRS stream, where is that transaction or communication? Or maybe before I go there, Colonel, is it correct that when you add the 2 hours, it will be 1900 hours, 33 minutes, 57 seconds?
That's correct.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi uma ufaka la mahola amabili lo ya 1733 uzojika abe u1933.
In respect of Exhibit KK 5B, where is that transaction?
It's between, let's say, 1500, more or less, 15 October 2014, 1758, 14, until, let's say, 16 October 2014, 1300 hours. You will see there the duration is 5656. So there was a lot on a phone. Maybe he was playing music as well. So using data, was still eating.
Manje ke sikuphi leso sikhathi leso uma ubheka ke lana ke kuloko kubizwa ukuthi ku KK 5B lokho kubizwa ngokuthi GPRS stream. Uma ubuka ke ukusuka lapha yana phezulu ke kuyena ke u70 ngazo i15 October 1758 14 kuyofika ke khona lapha ezantsi ku16 October. Which time?
Colonel,
Just a moment. Ufika lapha ku16 October ke ngoba ke uzothola ukuthi kuningi ke awayekwenza khona lapha yana mhlambe ke wayebusy edla ke abe edlala nawo ke umculo kuyona umakhala ekhukhwini.
Colonel, is it correct that when you add the 2-hour rule now, it will be 1900 hours, 33 minutes, 57 seconds. When you go to Exhibit KK 5B, the last transaction on the 15th of October 2014 was at 1700 hours, 58 minutes, 14 seconds. Then we go to the 16th of October.
That's correct, but if you look, like I already discussed mentioned to the court, the duration as well as the volumes in bytes used. If you take that in consideration, it's clear that she didn't switch off her phone.
Manje mubheka ke lana ugcina kwawo ke noma ke ugcina kwayo ke ngazo i15 ka October 2014 kwakungo 1758 14 manje ke lesi sikhathi lesi ke sikuphi ke lana nanje bangishilo ke ukuthi uma ubheka ke kanye futhi ke nobuningi ke kuona ke ukusetshenziswa kwayo ke ama bytes uzothola ke ukuthi umakhala ekhukhwini lona ke wawungaqeshiwe ukuthi wawusebenza ngaso sonke leso sikhathi leso.
Colonel, are you saying now that this communication could have also happened on the 16th of October 2014? I'm trying to understand this now. Because
I don't know what is the problem, because like I already discussed, let's say she playing on her phone from 1500 hours on the 15th, and she keep on using data until the 16th October in the morning. The bytes and the duration still running.
Angazi ukuthi inkinga ikuphi ke ngoba ingabe uthi kernel lana ke lokhu kwandlulela nangazo i16 ngithi ke uma eqaleleke kusebenzisa umakhala ekhukhwini ngazo i15 ka October ke kwaze kwayoshaya zona ke i16 ukuthi ke umakhala ekhukhwini ubusebenza nje ngaso sonke leso sikhathi leso.
Okay, Colonel, I'm about to finish, but let us now move to Exhibit KK 4. respect of this exhibit, Colonel, exhibit KK5F, you told this court that you don't know where that exhibit or that document comes from.
Now you're talking about 5F,
Yes, the downloads.
okay?
You told this court that you don't know where that document comes from.
I know about this document,
Okay.
but I didn't work on it. So I didn't hand it in. It's not my product. I didn't add it to my statement. I didn't initial it, nothing. So I don't know how did it end up in the docket, because I only work on exhibit K4.
Ukuthi ke u-triple K5F angazi ukuthi ubuya kuphi ke no i-document lena ngiyayazi ke kodwa ke angisebenzanga kuyona ingakho ke ngingazange ngifake ke kwi-statement noma kuyona angazi ukuthi lingene kanjani ke kuyona ke idokodo mina ngisebenze ngaye u-triple K4.
I can mention to the court there's a lot of more pages which is missing on this one.
On triple
Yeah,
K5F.
That's why I work on triple K4. It's a working document. Then you can sort it in dates, numeric.
Lana ke kunama page amaningi ke angekho la ku triple K5F ingakho ke ngisebenze ngayo triple K4 ngoba ke lana ke kunama dates ungasebenza ngawo ama dates.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you, Colonel. I have no further questions. Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
My Lord, before I start, may I ask the state to assist us with the transcript record for the 27th of November 2023. I've already asked 23 July 2023. 27 July 2023. Maybe you can assist the witness with a copy as well. Page 59. Colonel, I'm going to start with. I'm going to start on line number 11 under your testimony. The reason why I'm referring you to this evidence is because I want to show you that what you came to do in this court at this point in time is to do the reputation of the evidence that we have already testified about before. You understand, Colonel?
Not 100% with you.
Okay. You'll get it along as we go. I just highlighted the reputations that we have already testified about this, but now you came to repeat one and the same information.
Okay.
Yes. And then if we go on, firstly on page 59, my lord, of the transcript dated court appearances of the 27th of July, 2023. Line number 7, we'll start there, Kenel. I will read it for you so that it will be quicker. Under Mr. Stein, okay, in order for the analyst notebook program to read the information correctly, information must be edited. This is something we did while we were preparing the information received from the service provider to put it into the analyst notebook program. I just want to mention that we take away zeros in the beginning of the number. So if a number starts with 07867624445, it will be converted to 7867624445. Then we add a 27 number in front of it. That is done to those numbers to be linked to the international numbers. 27 is a code for South Africa. Let me just stop there for now. You see, Colonel, that portion of evidence, what I've just read, it's something that you have already testified about last year.
That's correct.
Lana ke kuloku advocate athi ke ikona ke akufundela ke ufakazi uthi ke inhloso yokuthi ke uze lana ke ukuthi ke uzophinda ke noma uzosho into obusoyishilo ke vele kunyaka ondlule ngoba ke lephepha leli ke ubufakazi bange 23 zika July 2023 kuyena ke upage 59 ukuthi nje ngiyakutshengisa ukuthi uzophinda into obusoyishilo yebo ngiyakuzwa.
And when you testified about this, Colonel, I want to believe that it was put on record clearly by yourself without any contradictions, and this evidence is clear on record.
That's correct.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi ubufakazi lobo khona ukuthi ngakusho ke kungekho nje okuphikisana noma ngekho ngabaza ke ukuthi yebo ubufakazi lobo phambi kwenkantolo.
Okay. Let's go back a little bit at line number 7, 8, 9, wherein you say at the beginning, okay, in order for the analyst notebook program to read the information correctly, information must be edited. You see that one?
That's correct.
Which information were you referring to that it must be edited?
The zeros in it, which we took away.
Lana ke kubhaliwe ke ukuthi ke lo hlelo ke libizwa ngokuthi ke i-analyst notebook ukuthi ke lufundeke ngendlela ke noma lufunde kahle ke ulwazi ke noma information kunomininingwane ke noma ulwazi ke kufanele lishintshwe ke yilipho lolo lwazi okhuluma ngalo inanjoba bese ngishilo ke ukuthi abo zero.
From the evidence from your own statement now, which is exhibit 01, I will go specifically without wasting the court's time to page 23, paragraph 4. Does it reflect the numbers when zeros has been taken out? The paragraph 4 of these two dates, 2nd August and 15 October.
No, it doesn't reflect the numbers when the zeros is taken out because I already added the 27.
Lana ke mase sibuyela manje ke kuyena ku page 23 lana ke ayitshengisi ke ama number uma ke o0 sebekhishiwe ke ngoba u27 sengimfakile vele.
Remember, we're only talking about the prefix, the number in the beginning of the number,
Yes.
not in the middle of a number.
Ukhumbuleke lana siqala ke sikhuluma ke ngaloku kuseqaleni kwayo ke inumber hayi maphakathi nendawo wenumber.
Okay, so in exhibit O, paragraph 4, which application you have done in that box in the numbers that are referred under the other party?
I also removed the 0 in front of the 7 if there was a 0, and then I add the 27 so that they can talk to the database.
Lana ke ngikwenzile ke kulo paragraph 4 okhuluma ngayo ke uadvocate ukuthi ke lapha yana ke uma kuukuthi u0 bekhona ke usesukileke ila engifake khona ke u27 ukuthi ke izokhuluma nayo ke I-database.
So in other words, you had already done that and it's reflected in Exhibit 01, what we are telling this court about now. Do I get?
01 or 01?
01,
01,
yes,
that's
01,
correct.
yes. So
Yes.
it's already done in the Exhibit 01 and we have already testified about that.
That's all right, it's already done while let's say when you said I edited.
Bese kwenzekileke ngale noma sekwenziweke ngalesi sikhathi wena ke uthi ke ngikushintshile.
And now you came to repeat it for the second time.
That's correct because I'm being called to tell that.
Manje ke uzokuphinda kwesibili yebo ngoba ke ngibiziwe ke ukuthi ke ngizokusho.
Okay. Do you confirm or do you agree with me that when you are editing a document, information, it means you remove or you add information in that particular spreadsheet or particular document that you are working on?
Yeah, but let me just put it clear, né? I'm not the one who edited. It's the AMB program who edited.
AMB.
Okay.
Yeah. So I just put it into the, then there's one of the steps while you you put in the information into the AMB program. Then you ask you if you want to remove the zeros and add the 27, or if there's a comma or something, you just add it or you remove it.
Uzovumelana nami ke Kenya uma ngithi ke uma uedita ke noma ushintsha ke ukuthi uyasusa noma ke khona ngokufakayo. Angikusho ke lokho ukuthi ke akusimina ke okwenzayo lokho. Kunohlelo ke olubizwa ngokuthi ke iAMB iyona ke ezokutshela ukuthi ke mhlawumbe ufuna ukukhipha u0 ufuna mhlawumbe ukufaka ikoma ubusi wenza lokho ngokutshelwa iyona ke le program ibizwa iAMB.
And then when it asks you whether you want to remove or you want to add the comma, you then respond to
That's
the
correct,
program.
yeah, to the program.
Ubese wena ke uyaphendula ke kulona ke uhlelo lolo uma lukubuza.
So in this case, you are the one who responded to the program when you were working on it.
That's correct.
Lana ke uma ngisebenza ngakho ke lokho yimina ke manje osephendula ke kulona ke uhlelo lolo olubizwa ngokuthi iAMB program.
And the program will not just remove, edit information automatically. It will ask you to implement whatever that is telling you, the
That's correct.
instruction.
You have to do it step by step. You can only ask him remove the 0, or you can ask him the next step remove 144 or something.
Uzokwenza ke lokhu ngokulandelela ke uzotsho ila uzosho ke ukuthi mhlambe susa manje ke u0 manje susa ke u144 ngokulandelelana kwazo inhlelo lezo.
Okay, but you are the one who edited the information.
That's correct.
Kodwa ke yebo yimina ke owashintsha ke ulwazi lolu noma ke owashintsha ke information so.
Keep in mind that the Excel spreadsheet stays the same. You throw in the Excel spreadsheet into the IMB program. Then he asks you the different steps. Then you do the different steps, and then the program remove what you ask him to remove.
Kodwa ke le sheet noma ke lokubizwa ngokuthi ke spreadsheet kuhlala ku ngaleyo ndlela ke uzofaka ke kuyona ke leyo nhlelo lolo hlelo lelo bizwa ngokuthi AMB ila esizokubuza khona ke manje ukuthi yini ke ufuna uyisusa yini ufuna uyifaka.
There couldn't be any human errors. It's program doing it.
Ngeke ke kube khona ke amaphutha enziwa umuntu ngoba ke uhlelo noma iprogram leyo ekwenzayo lokho.
But the program is directing a human being, and the human being is responding to the program. Am I correct?
I don't think you're 100% correct, because I'm taking a spreadsheet, I put it into the AMB program, he just asked me I asked him to remove the zeros in front, and he's doing that all automatically.
Okwenzekayo la ukuthi mina ngithatha ke lelo phepha lelo noma lokho kubizwa ngokuthi ke spreadsheet bese ngiyalifaka ke kulelo hlelo olubizwa ngokuthi ke iAMB ila engibuza khona ke noma mina engitshela khona ukuthi khipha abo 0 bese kuyazenzekela ke.
Okay, let's go back to paragraph 4 of Exhibit 01 under the column Other Party. You see that one?
That's correct.
Who added these two numbers, 0733059202, on two respective dates? Who added that information? Because now we know that the program will give you instructions, directions, and then you will respond on the program.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, if you go to my exhibit, exhibit triple K4. It's directly from the download. It's already the 27, so it wasn't necessary for me to remove any 2 zeros or 2 sevens. That is why, if you receive a download like this, you will see some of the numbers got a 0 in front or a 27, because it all depends on the way you save it on your phone.
Lana ke asithi ke lama number mabili ke lana kubhalwe khona u-other party ubanike manje kofake lama number mabili kuthi asiyeke lapha kuma download ami ke ku triple K kuma download ku triple K4 usekho iseyikhona ke le number lapha inaye ke u27 bese ngekho ke isidingo sokuthi ngishintshe uzobona ke futhi lapha kulama downloads ukuthi amanye ama number ano 0 amanye ano 27 kuya ngokuthi uyisave kanjani.
That's why I said you must first clear everything and then you add the 27 to the rest. You also have to split the columns as well, because if there's a 26 and you remove the 26 and then you can't have a 27 before a 26.
Ngoba ke uma sisibheka ingakho ke ngishilo ukuthi kufanele mhlawumbe oqala kususe yonke into ke ucleareke la mhlawumbe kufanele usufake khona ke o27 asithi ke kolunye uhlangothi ke kuno 26 lapha ukwazi ukuthi ungakhipha u26 ubese ufaka yena ke u27.
Okay. Let's go to this exhibit triple K4. You said it's the downloads. It's the one that we've just referred me to.
That's correct.
Am I correct?
That's correct. That is only the core record.
And you
of the-
said,
of
sorry?
the download. It's only the core record of the download.
Lene ka irecord ke yama calls ke kuyona ke i-download lo triple K4.
I remember in your evidence when you were testifying, I'm not sure whether in examination in chief or during cross-examination, you said on the last paragraph, which says after device P23, you are the one who wrote that number,
That's correct.
P23.
That's correct.
La kuno P23 khona ke ngishilo ke o la egcineni ke uP23 ngasho ngathi imina ko bhale leya number.
So it means this document was editable when you were working on it on the computer before you printed.
That's correct.
Okay.
But I didn't edit anything before. I used the last column.
Ukusho ukuthi ke le paper lama le document lena ke ungathi usebenza kuyona ke kwi computer yakho ke bekwenzeka ukuthi lingashintshwa noma liyashintsheka uthi yebo kodwa ke akukho ke engokushintshile ngaphandle kokuthi kule column yokugcina ke
How can we believe that you did not change any information on this transaction? You only added the P23. You were alone when we were working on this document.
It's not true. I wasn't alone. I did it during consultation with Advocate Beloy. When we talk about my statement, page 23, then I added to the column.
Lokho ke singakholelwa kanjani ke ukuthi ke awuzange ukushintsheke ngoba ke wawedwa ke ngenkathi ukwenza lokho cha ngangengedwa ke ngakwakungenkathi ke ngangiconsulta noma ngikhuluma ke naye ke umshushisi ke uadvocate Baloyi ngase ngifaka nje lo P23.
That is where you started manipulating evidence. You started manipulating evidence. You added your own information here on this transaction, and you included the number of 0733059202 as if it was the number that had called the number belonging to Kelly Kumalo, which is not the correct information according to Vodacom records.
My Lord, I'm under oath. I won't come to court and lie. I can promise you I did it in front while we was busy with consultation.
Ilana ke usuqale khona ke ukuthi ushintsheke manje ufakazi ke ila usufaka khona ke le number e277330599202 wasuthi ke le number yona ke eyathola ke ucingo olubuya ke kule number othi inumber yakhe uKelly Khumalo akusilona ke iqiniso lokho lana ke njengoba ngihlezi lana ke ngifungile ukuthi ngizokhuluma iqiniso futhi lokho ngakwenza futhi ke nginaye umshushisi.
Again, on page 23, when you were testifying, you referred to this page as the fourth page from the last part. I've decided to number this exhibit so that the court can be able to follow, thank you, to follow the number of the exhibits that we are talking about in exhibit KK4. Do you understand that?
That's correct.
Exhibit triple K4 has got 25 pages. Then if you go to page 23, On the entry also that is referring to number 0733059202, you see that one that is highlighted.
That's correct. It's also done in the presence while we're busy with consultation.
Nala ungikhomba khona ke futhi ke kusenaleya number 277330599202 naloko kwenziwa ke noma ngakwenza ke naye umshushisi.
Colonel, it doesn't matter whether it was done in consultation with the Minister of Justice or with the Judge President. The point that I'm making to you is that is when you manipulated this information and inserted the number that does not appear from the Vodacom records.
My Lord, I can't agree with her because now she's talking about totally two different things.
Is that so?
Yeah, she's talking about the Vodacom records, this is section 205.
Not the downloads.
That Vodacom records has nothing to do with the downloads.
Yeah.
Lokho ke ukuthi ke wakwenza unobani ke noma ukuthi wawunaye konqonqoshe noma ke uJudge President engikushoyo ukuthi nje mina ke wafaka le number ewu27733059202 engekho kuwona ke ama 205 akheke uVodacom. Manje ke usuhlanganisa into ezimbili eingahlangani ngoba ke manje i205 ne downloads ngala.
Don't worry, I'm still coming there. I'm still here on the information that you edited. I'm putting to you that the P4411 that you, from your own words, you said you are the one who inserted it on the same transaction of the 15 October 2014, as well as the same transaction of the 2nd of August 2014. You did not only edit by putting the P23 and putting the P4411, but you edited, you included all that transaction and you put the wrong number.
My Lord, it's clear to me that she wants to mislead me in court. I stand by my point. I didn't change anything on the information of this download.
Lana ke engikushoyo ke ukuthi awushintshanga nje kuphela ke la ekubhalwe uP23 khona nala kubhalwe uP4411 kodwa ushintshe wafaka naleya number engasiyona ke inumber bekufanele ukuthi lapha yana u27733059202 mayiphendula ke uthi kucacileke kwesenkantolo ukuthi manje usefuna ke ukuthi angikhohliseke la enkantolo ke akukho nje mina ke engikushintshileke lapha yana.
And Colonel, am I correct to understand that when you received these downloads were from Kelly Khumalo's cell phone? Am I correct?
That's correct.
That's correct.
Uma ngithola ke lama downloads kwabo ama downloads la abuya ke kuyona ke umakhalekhukhwini wakhe uKelly Khumalo.
And these downloads we do not know, we do not have confirmation that these are the only downloads that were retrieved from the cell phone of Kelly Khumalo. We just only see the pages that you decided to print from Kelly Khumalo's cell phone. Am I correct?
No, you're not correct. You do have a whole CD of the download.
Lana ke asinako ke konke okwakhishwa ke kule ama downloads ke kodwa sinala ama page ke wena ke uthatha isinqumo ukuthi akube uwona ke wakhiphayo uthi cha kulona iqiniso ke une CD ke epheleleke noma enawo onke lama download.
I understand this has been printed from the CD. Am I correct?
Yeah, it's
Yes.
from the CD. but
So it
it's
means
not-
the CD is
not
the same
only
like
the-
this.
It's not only what we print. You can go and read your CD. There's more information on your CD.
Asikona nje kuphela ke esikhiphayo ungahamba ke uyobheka ke leyo CD konke kulapha yana kuleyo CD onayo.
So from the CD you decided which information to put and which information not to put on this exhibit K4.
I'm called here to make my point clear from my previous statement. So I decided I'm going to use this sheet of the CD to prove my point, that I didn't bring the court in a wrong way.
Uma ngibizwa ke lana ukuthi ke angizosho ke noma ngizochaza ke ingakho ke ngiyasa ngikhipha ke yona ke lama page lana ke aphuma kuyona ke iCD utshengisa ke inkantolo ukuthi cha angilahlekisi noma ngikhohlisiki inkantolo.
Colonel, this information does not come from Kelly Khumalo's cell phone. Where is Kelly Khumalo's cell phone? We want to see it. We must open it and see to verify if this information it was downloaded from Kelly Khumalo's cell phone.
I don't think you are fair to me right now. I did mention in my statement that I received it from the investigation officer, the download and the section 205. So I can't give any answers on the handset.
Ngishilo ke mangithula ubufakazi bami lana ke ukuthi ke lokhu ngakuthola ke kuona ke noma kilona ithimba eliphenyayo kanye futhi nayo ke i205 ukuthi ngikhulume ngayo umakhala ekhukhwini uqobo ke angikwazi ukuthi ngakwenza lokho.
I thought in your evidence you said it's because you received this information because you were working on the cell phone to download this information. Did I hear you correctly or wrong?
No,
You did not say that.
wrong.
Did I hear you correctly?
No, you didn't.
That was not the case.
That's right.
Okay, what did you say? You said you received the CD
Yeah, the CD download.
already downloaded.
That's right.
Ngathola ke download nayo noma iCD ke download.
So you also yourself, you've never seen this cell phone, you've never confirmed whether the CD that was given to you of the downloads contained the correct information that was contained from Kelly Kumalo's cell phone. You don't know that.
No, I do know it because in the download they mentioned the IMEI number and the SIM card number.
But you've never...
No. Let me finish.
Okay,
And
sorry.
then in the section 205, they also mentioned the same IMEI number and the SIM card number. So it's clear to me that it was the same handset which has been downloaded.
Kumina ke kwaqaqeleka ukuthi ke kwakumakhala ekhukhwini owodwa ke lona owadownloadwa ke ngoba ke kuyona ke lokho ngakuthola kuthimba eliphenyayo kune IMEI number kanye futhi nayo ke iSIM number kanti nakuyona ke i205 kwasho ke kumina ukuthi isikhuluma umakhala ekhukhwini owodwa.
Okay, Colonel, thank you very much for that explanation. But the point I'm trying to find out from you is that as an analyst, you did not sit down with the Kelly Kumalo cell phone to check the content that was there, together with the content of Exhibit KK4 to see if it's all the information that was contained in that cell phone. You did not do that.
No, because I did receive it with a change statement from the downloader to the investigation officer to me. It's in a sealed forensic bag. So there's no reason for me to take it down for all of them. I just working on the document I received.
Ngoba mina ke lokho ngakuthola ke ngokulandelelana ke la ekwakubuya khona ke kulo owayedownloadwa bese kuya manje ke kuyena ke umphenyi weqala noma ithimba eliphenyayo bese kuza kumina ke kusesikhwameni leso sezobufakazi ke esivaliwe ke ingakho ke ngase ngiqhubeka ke nami ngenza umsebenzi loyo.
Okay, so you are not sure because you've never verified that information.
Like I said, what I receive, I work
It's
on.
okay.
Bese ngishilo ukuthi lokho engikutholayo mina yiloko engisebenza ngakho.
I'm also not sure that this information is coming from Kelly Kumalo's cell phone because it was never verified by yourself. And also we have not verified that information as the defense from the cell phone of Kelly Kumalo to see if it contains this information. Any comment?
No comment.
Ukuthi ke awunaso ke isiqiniseko sokuthi ke lemininingwane ibuya ke kuona kumakhala ekhukhwini kaKelly Kumalo ngoba mina ke angizange ngisebenze ngawo noma nani ke ningabameli aninako akukho engakusho.
Okay. Let's move on to page 60 of the same transcript. It's just the following page. Colonel, on Friday, you remember that you supplied us with exhibits KKG. I don't know if I wrote it correctly, but it's the last exhibit that you supplied on Friday.
Which was that section 205?
That is, yes.
Yes, okay.
Having said that this information contained in exhibit KK4 came from the police, came from you. Let's now go to compare the exhibits that are contained in exhibits KKG to see where my assertion comes from. The information that we have supplied to us, if I may ask the state to assist us, we are going to zoom into only to these two dates. If you open the folder of Exhibit Triple KG, there are two folders. It's a database, spreadsheet, Excel. It's written like that. I don't know if I did not read it carefully. Colonel will correct me there.
That's correct.
And the second one, it's the one that is a PDF from the Vodacom.
That's correct.
Yes. The one that is written, spreadsheet Excel, is the one that you worked on as the police. Am I correct?
Is it not on the CD or where?
Or on the CD? We're on the CD now. We are
that's
on
the one I'm
Exhibit
working
Triple
on, yes.
KG. Yes, Triple KG, yes. And then can you be able to go quickly there in your laptop?
Yes,
In Exhibit Triple KG,
that's correct.
under the database, go to the entry of the 2nd of August, 2014.
Okay,
And then read for me the numbers. The number that received the call and the number that called the other number.
at what time?
On the 2nd of August at 2200 hours, 40 minutes, 47 seconds. The two that are the main issue in this.
Come again with the time, 22?
2200
Yes,
hours, 40 minutes, 47 seconds.
yes.
Yes. Can you read it for me there? Just read the two numbers.
The two numbers is...
The one that was called,
The one, which one? The call was coming from 27834 571
okay,
and it was it's to the number 2782704 4358.
Lana ke amanamba esikhuluma ngawo 278345713330 ekuyona ke yashaya icingo ushayela yona ke number 278270444358 ngazo i2 August 2014 isikhathi 224047.
The reason why I'm asking you, Colonel, to read that entry into the record, it's because you have submitted that exhibit, and we have testified that is the exhibit that you were working on as the investigating team.
That's correct.
Yes.
Yebo ngishilo ke ukuthi ke iyona ke izibiti leli esasisebenza ngalo ke noma ke ithimba eliphenyayo lisebenza ngalo.
And it's an Excel document.
That's correct.
I-document ke ebizwa ukuthi Excel.
But that Excel document does not show that the number belonging to Kelly Kumalo received a call from the number belonging to Mr. Ntuli. But it's referring to another number that we have just read into the record. Do you see that?
I can't agree with you.
Kodwa ke lana ke lokho qeda ukufunda ke manje akusho ukuthi ke inamba le ekuyinamba yakhe ke uKelly Khumalo yathola ke ucingo olubuya kuyona ke inamba ekuyeyakhe ke uNtuli uthi cha angivumelani ke nawe lapho.
Is that transaction not the call type is not the MTC, Kenneth?
That's correct.
It's the MTC.
Yeah.
Yebo ke uhlobo ke le call ile ebizwa ngokuthi ke iMTC.
So if it's MTC, it means it's received the call.
That's correct.
Okusho ukuthi ke yona ke yathola ucingo.
Yes. And the number 0827044358 is the one that received a call from the number that we have read into the record, which is not the same as the number that is reflected in Exhibit O.
I don't understand you now.
Angikuzwa ke manje uma uthi ke u278270444358 wathola ke ucingo kule number u278345713330.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. Let me not do the comparison. I'm sorry about that. Let me not do the comparison. I have asked you, Colonel, to read for me the entry for the 2nd of August.
That's correct.
Under the number 082702444358. And that number has been read into record as the number belonging to Kelly Khumalo.
That's correct.
And it is your evidence that this number received a call from the number belonging to Mr. Ntuli.
Now you're missing the point. Remember, that one is section 205. If you go down and you will look at the entry which I make in green, that is the download time. Don't mix the two.
Ngifuna ke ungahlanganisi ke lana ke ngoba ke manje ke kukhona ke 205 kodwa manje uma usuhla ke la ufunda khona ke kunala engiphawule khona ke ngombala ke ugreen ngifuna ke ungakuhlanganisi ke lo.
Before going down to that green column, we are talking about the call which was made at 2200 hours, 40 minutes and 47 seconds, Kenneth. You see that one?
That's correct.
Yes. So I'm reading that entry. I am asking you, according to that document, which number did make a call at this point in time, which is 2200 hours, 40 minutes and 47 seconds, according to the record that you are reading.
According to the record in front of me, it's 27834571330.
Ngokwalokhu ke enginako ke phambi kwami ke inamba ke ekuyona ke shayele leya egcina ngo4358 u278345713330.
And it is not the 0733059202, according to that entry that you are reading.
That's correct.
Yes.
Ngokwalokhu engikufundayo ke akusiyona ke leya number ewu0733059202.
Okay. Can you go down also again to the entry of the 15 October 2014? Or on the same spreadsheet? We're still on the spreadsheet that is contained on Exhibit KKG.
Now in the 15th.
Or on the 15th, yes. On the 15th of October 2014, time 1700 hours, 33 minutes, 57 seconds.
I see there's a typing error.
Ngiyabona ke ukuthi kube khona ke iphutha lenzekile lapha uma kubhalwa ke noma kuthayithwa.
What typing area?
The 17 must be a 19.
Ukuthi ke u17 leyana kube kufanele ukuthi kube u19.
Then for the 15th of October, because we're mainly talking about 15 October, is that one also affected?
And the 15th.
Under 15 October.
It's not affected because I just typed in 17 on it because I imported it from the download.
Ukuthi nje mina ke ngifake nje u17 ngoba ke ngikhiphe ngale kwi-download.
You can see it's in numeric order. It's 1930, 1931, 1931, and then it's 17, which is a typing error, 1733 and 1935.
Ngoba ke uma uqala lapha phezulu ke u1930, 1931, 1931 bese kuthi lapha yana 1733.
So you don't have this transaction for the 15 October?
I do have it.
You do have it, yes. If you can just zoom in into that one for 15 October.
That is where we are.
15 October, yes.
That's correct.
Okay. The 15 October, which is reflected to you, can you read for me the, under MSS DN number, it means it's the number that was called, that received a call. Which number is reflected there?
No, you see, it's also a wrong number, that one. You see what I did here? I used the wrong handset number.
Okay.
With
So
all the numbers, I used the wrong handset number.
Engikwenzileke lana
Wrong
ukuthi ke inamba ke yomakhalekhukhwini errong engiyisebenzisile ke lana.
okay. So it means we can't verify that entry.
No, we can't verify it.
We can,
Yeah. We
Can-
can go to the section 205 because this one I imported from the download.
Singaya kuyona ke 205 ngoba lokhu into nje engithathe noma engindlulise ekuya kuona ama download.
But I want to verify that from the spreadsheet Excel, we can't verify this entry.
Yeah, you can if you go to the worksheet.
Okay?
If you go to the worksheet, you won't find the number 202 ending, because that is only in section 205.
Can we go to the worksheet?
Okay? You want me to go to the 15th of August?
Yes, yes. 15 August at 1700 hours, 33 minutes, 57 seconds.
$17
1700 hours, 33 minutes, 57 seconds.
15 August or 15 October?
15 October.
No, 15 October. He's on 15 August.
The time is 7:33.
Yes, 1733, 57 seconds.
Okay?
If you can read for me the number that received the call and the number that called, which is the other party.
The other party is 27714-379-551, and the number receiving the call is 2782-704-4358.
Lana ke 15 October 2014 173357 inamba ke kuyona ke shaya ucingo 27714379551 number yathola ucingo 27827044358.
So it means according to, is that a spreadsheet? It's what that we have just read from.
That's correct?
It's a spreadsheet.
That's correct.
So it means from the spreadsheet, the number that called, the number belonging to Miss Kelly Kumalo, which is 08270444358 on the 15th of October at 17:33, 100 hours, 33 minutes, 57 seconds, is the number that we have read into the record ending with 551.
That's correct?
Ngokwalokhu ke inamba lena ke ekuthiwa yena ke eyakhe uMiss Kelly Khumalo 278270444358 yona ke yathola ucingo ke number lena ke ngiqeda uyisho egcina ngo551.
And according to that entry kernel that we have just read from now from the spreadsheet, it means the number belonging to Kelly Khumalo received the call from the number ending with 551 on the 15th of October at 1700 hours, 33 minutes, 57 seconds, and not from the number ending with 9202, according to that entry.
That's correct, but like I
Yes.
already mentioned,
Okay.
this
Yeah.
is the section 205.
Okay.
The other one is a download of a typing error and it's been placed next to the other phone of Kelly Khumalo.
Bese ngishilo ke lana ukuthi yebo kona ke kuyiqiniso ukuthi le number ke egcina ngo4358 yakhe ke uKelly Khumalo yathola ke ucingo olubuya kule number egcina ngo551 engasiyona ke le egcina ngo202 kodwa ngishilo ukuthi lena i205 leyana wena ke kube yi-download.
Okay, Colonel, I do understand with the explanation, but I just want to confirm, I want to understand the correctness of that entry, that it reflects the other number under the other party and not the number ending with 9202 belonging to Mr. Ntuli. That's what I want to correct, to confirm.
I can't agree with you because this is the original format I received, and on the other 15 October it's just a working document of myself.
Lokho ke angikwazi ke uvumelana nako ke ukuthi ke akusiyona ke le number e9202 idocument ke engayithola ke ngalendlela ke bese kuthi leyana ke ile engayisebenza ke mina ke uqobo.
Yes, the document as you found it, it does not reflect that the number belonging to Mr. Ntuli made a call to the number belonging to Ms. Kelly Khumalo.
I still can't agree with you because that original document is a section 205.
Okay.
And in my working document, my spreadsheet, if you combine it with the download, then you can, because the two can't talk to each other on their own.
Lokho ke ngeke ngivumelana ke nawe uma ushoka ukuthi kulena ke ayikhombisi ke inamba igcina ngo9202 ngoba ke yona ke i205 kodwa ngalena ke idocument engangisebenza ngayo bese uthola futhi ke idownload ukuthi uma ukuhlanganisa ke lokho kokubili ke ukuthi ke kuyahambelana noma kuyahambisana.
Let's now go to this section 205 that you are referring me to, also under the same exhibit. I saw it's also there, I'm not sure if you have it, but on the exhibit disc that you gave to us on Friday,
Yes.
triple KG,
Yes, okay.
the Vodacom section 205. Now we want to see the number according to the cell phone provider on the two transactions again. If it has got different number or it has got the same number.
If you go to exhibit triple J, that's the statement of Pinky, Ms. Pinky.
Triple J, 1,
Yes,
yes.
in her paragraph 9,
Yes.
then it's exactly the same.
Uma ke uqhathanisa ke lokho ngibuza ngakho ke ube usiyakena ke utriple J1 wakhe ke uMiss Pinky uparagraph 9 uzobona ke ukuthi into eyodwa.
What is the same?
The number called on the 15th of October, the number ending with 9551.
Inamba ke ekuyona ke eyashaya ucingo ke inamba ke egcina ngaye u9551.
Okay. And what else is the same?
It's the same time, 98. Everything is the same.
Konke ke kuyafana nesikhathi ke u98.
Am I correct to say the MSISDN number is the same?
That's correct.
An MSID number is the number that received a call, which is the number allegedly said that it belonged to Ms. Kelly Khumalo.
That's correct.
Ukuthi ne-MSISDN ke inamba eyodwa ilena ke futhi kuyona ebashoyo noma kushiwo ukuthi yathola ucingo ile ekushiwo ukuthi iyona ekaKelly Khumalo yebo kuyiqiniso.
Okay. So in other words, we are saying this extract contained in paragraph 9 is the same as the information contained in section 205 records that is in front of you.
That's correct.
Engikushoyo ukuthi lokho kubhalwe la ku paragraph 9 into eyodwa ke nalona ke nale ekuyona ke u205.
And according to section 205 record, it says the number belonging to Ms. Kelly Khumalo on the 2nd of August 2014 at 2200 hours 40 minutes 47 seconds, it received a number from the other party, which is 08345 71330.
That's correct.
Ekushoyo ukuthi ke inamba leyo ke ekushoyo ukuthi yakhe ke uMiss Kelly Khumalo 2782704438 ngazo i2 August 2014 ngo224047 yathola ke ucingo olubuya ku278345713330. Yebo kuyiqiniso.
So if I understand this entry, it does not say that Ms. Kelly Khumalo received a call from the number ending with 0202 belonging to Mr. Ntuli, according to this entry from the Section 205 record.
If you just looked at the 205 record, you can't clarify that.
Uma nje ukuthi ke ubuka noma ubheka ke i205 angeke ukushoke noma ke uchazeke lokho ukuthi ke le number yakhe ke uKelly Khumalo yathola ke ucingo olubuya kule number igcina ngo9202 ekuthiwa yakhe ke uMr Ntuli.
Okay, and same again with the entry for the 15th of October 2014. If I read it as is, the record from the Section 205, it does not say that Ms. Kelly Khumalo received a call on the 15th of October 2014 at 17:33 minutes 57 seconds from the number ending with 202 belonging to Mr. Ntuli, but it says it received the from the different number 0714379551.
I still stand with my point. If you just read the Section 205, you won't find the number ending with 202. You have to combine it with the download.
Ngisasho ke ebengikushilo ke ukuthi ke uma kuukuthi nje ubuka noma ubheka ke i205 yodwa ke angeke uthole ke noma ke lokho kushoyo ukuthi le number kaKelly Khumalo ke yathola ke ucingo ke lolu olubuya ku202 kodwa kuzofanele ukuthi ke ukuhlanganise ke kanye nayo idownload.
Which downloads? The exhibit K4?
That's correct.
The one that you inserted? Because that transaction was inserted
Yes.
by a human being. We are referring to that one.
That's correct.
Oh, okay.
No, not by a human being. A human being extracted with a program.
Lana ke akuwukuthi ke mina ke noma umuntu owafaka ke lokho kodwa ke yebo kwakuwumuntu kodwa ke esizwa iyona ke iprogram.
Mr. Kennelstein, sorry, not Mr. Kennelstein, you will agree with me that Vodacom is the custodian of the cell phone records for each and every transactions that are done in that particular numbers. Is the custodian. In other words, whenever you want to verify a transaction from a certain number, you then go to the service provider because they keep the records. They capture the records and they keep the records of that respective number. So if you are doing your investigation or your analysis, you'll then go to the service provider.
No, I can't agree with you. Because
Okay.
that's one of the reasons why we always try to get hold of the cell phone handset to download what you can't get from the Vodacom records.
Angivumelani ke nawe ukuthi ke konke ke noma yonke ke imininingwane mayelana ke nocingo ke noma ukuthi kwenzelakani ke kwinamba ethizwe kugcina noma kutholakala kuVodacom ingakho ke sizama ukuthi ngaso sonke ke isikhathi sithole umakhala ekhukhwini uqobo ngoba ngeke uthole konke kuVodacom.
Okay. I have gone through all your exhibits, Colonel. I have gone through all your exhibits. Not even a single exhibit I have been able to see an entry which shows that the number belonging to Ms. Kelly Khumalo received a number from the number belonging to Mr. Ntuli. I'll take you step by step. We've compared the spreadsheet, we've compared the Section 205 from the Vodacom. It's not there. Now, you then took us to exhibit K5. GPRS stream. You remember that one?
That's correct.
Yes, that one. Also, under the entries for the 2nd of August, the transactions of a call made between the number belonging to Fisoguhle, Mr. Ntuli, and the number belonging to Ms. Kelly Khumalo, it's not reflected there. Maybe you can direct me if I did not read it properly.
Like I already discussed it or mentioned it in the court. She was making use of data. It's like you get into your motor car and you drive from here to Cape Town. The engine is idling the whole time. You're not switching it off. I can't tell you which gear you're using or what. She was using data. You can see here she was active on her phone.
Mhlambe ke ukuthi ke angibhekanga kahle kodwa uma ngibuka ke lana ke akekuboni ke la ukuthi khona ke kwakunoxhumana phakathi kwakhe ke uNtuli kanye naye ke uKelly Khumalo nanjoma ngishilo ke uma ngabe ngichaza ke ukuthi ke wayesebenzisa idatha usenza ke isibonelo sokuthi ke uma mhlambe ushayela imoto kusuka la uya eCape Town i-engine ke ngaso sonke isikhathi iyaduma ke kodwa ke uyabona nje ukuthi nje kukhona ke okwakwenzeka kuwona umakhalekhukhwini la.
I don't have a problem, Colonel, with that part of evidence. The problem I have is the record, is the entry as per Exhibit KK5, reflecting the transaction, if I may put it like that. Whether it's a call or whether it's a communication, it's a transaction, you'll tell me for the 2nd of August, 2015, between the two numbers. In this exhibit.
If you go to that exhibit alone,
Yes.
you won't find it.
You won't find it.
find the number
Okay.
which we mentioned, the 202 number.
Uma kuukuthi ke ubuka leli exhibit kuphela ke ongitshela ngalo noma ngikhombisa kulona ke angeke utholeke le number u202.
Okay, under the GPRS stream.
That's correct. That's a section
Yes.
205.
Okay.
Ngaphansi noma uma ubheka ke noma ubuka iGPRS stream ngoba ke kuyi205 yona.
Also, with the same entry for the 15th of October, you won't find that entry in this
On the
exhibit.
Vodacom records, correct?
Kuyiqiniso ke ukuthi noma uya ke kuzona ke i15 October kona kama record aka Vodacom angeke uyithole.
The reason why, Colonel, you cannot find these two transactions from Exhibit KG, both documents that are contained in that folders, spreadsheet and Section 205, and the Exhibit K5, you also cannot find the two transactions. It's because they were never done. In other words, this call was never done, was never made by Mr. Ntuli. That is why you cannot find it from the records of the Section 205 records in all the exhibits that you have submitted before this court.
My Lord, really, I don't know what must I answer again.
Isizathu ke sokuthi ke kungakutholika noma kungekho ke kungoba lawo lokuxhumana lokho akaze kwenzeka noma kwakungekho ke sethi ke angisazi ke ukuthi angiphendule ngithini ke manje.
No problem with that, Colonel. Let's move on. Yes, my lord.
Understanding.
Yes, ma'am.
Further understanding.
Sorry, ma'am.
This data phenomenon, is it something new?
No, it's not something new.
When you were training, when were you appraised of data not being visible sometimes on the Vodacom or whatever records of Section 205?
That's correct, yeah.
When were you appraised of it?
During 99-2000. 99-2000.
That's when you were taught this.
Yeah, from that time I
Yeah,
did
see.
receive in-service training and
So this is not a phenomenon which is new.
yeah.
So when Ratamokoteng says you won't identify the records because this person was using data in communicating,
That's correct.
scientifically, does it make sense?
It makes sense because every time you don't want to leave something behind,
Yeah.
you're using data.
Okay, fine.
Akusiyona ke into entsha ke le engifakaza ngayo ukuthi kwawukuthi wayesebenzisa ke idatha satshela ke ngalokho ngaphakathi ko 99 2000 nokuthi uma kuukuthi ke awufuni ukuthi kusale ke kube nento esalayo noma ukuthi ke kusale ke umzila ke yila osebenzisa khona idatha.
Don't worry about that, Colonel. Don't worry about that. Don't even confuse your mind. We are going through the documents which forms part of the evidence before this court. We are going through the transactions that are reflected from the documents received from Vodacom, that we do not have such information from those documents. That's where I am. I'm still coming to that. Don't confuse yourself. I'm saying the exhibit that we have submitted before this court does not have the transaction, the two transactions we have testified about. I finished referring you to exhibit triple K5. I'm moving on now to triple K5C. In this exhibit of yours that you submitted before this court, also there is no entry unless I did not see it. That's why I'm taking you one by one in case I made a mistake of not reading it properly. I am putting to you to say also in exhibit triple K5C, I've gone through the entries there for the 2nd of August. Up to the 3rd of August, I do not see the entry which was made on the 2nd of August at 2200 hours, 40 minutes, 47 seconds in exhibit triple K5C.
You won't see it in the section
won't see.
205, like I already
Okay.
mentioned a lot of times in court.
Sengikushilo ke lokhu ngaphinda amahlandla amaningi ke la enkantolo ukuthi ke uma ubuka noma ubheka yona ke ama 205 lokho ke angeke ukutholeke uma ukufuna khona ku 205.
Okay. Then if I move on to exhibit triple J1, it refers to Amastream. I'm not sure if you have that one, Kennel. It was for Miss Pinky.
Yes, I got it.
Do you have it?
Yes.
Oh, okay. On this exhibit triple J1, under the same entry of the 2nd of August 2014, at 2200 hours, 40 minutes, 47 seconds. You see that entry?
That's correct. That's
Yes.
in the block, yeah.
Do you confirm that according to this exhibit, which is before court as evidence and correct evidence, the number for the other party there is different from the one that is contained in your exhibit 01, because on exhibit triple J1, it says the other party is 083 457 1330, which is different from the number that is contained in your exhibit, in paragraph 4 of exhibit 01.
It do differ, like I
Okay,
already
okay.
mentioned in the court why it differs.
Sengishilo ke noma yebo kuyiqinisoko ukuthi ke kunomehluko ke la kulo triple J1 wakhe ke uPinky ukuthi lana ke inumber u27834571330 iyehluka ke kunale number ekhona ke kwesami ke istatement sengishilo ke nezathu sokuthi kungani ukuthi
Okay.
kube nomehluko.
No, I just,
Can you mention that fact again?
That I make an error, I didn't include the 2-hour rule.
Ngishilo ukuthi ngenze iphutha sokuthi ke iphutha lokuthi ke amahora amabili ngingawafaki.
very good. Let's include them now. Let's include them from exhibit 01. Let's go to exhibit triple J1 and see it after the application of a 2-hour rule. Very good answer. Go to 01. Let's add the 2-hour. It takes us to the 3rd of August. Am I correct?
That's correct.
Now let's come to exhibit triple J1. Let's see on the 3rd of August if we do find the same entry on the 3rd of August.
You won't find it in section
Thank you.
205.
Ngishilo ke ukuthi noma uthi ke asiye ku triple J1 siye ngazo siye kuzona ke i3 zika August angeke ukuthole kuyona i205.
Whether you add a 2-hour rule or you minus a 2-hour rule, you'll never find this transaction on cell phone records supplied by the Vodacom. Because if it's true that this call was made and you apply the 2-hour rule, then it should reflect. It should reflect. It may change the time, as we are saying that it will change the time. It may change the time, but it eventually be reflected at the end of the day. Do you understand me, Colonel?
No, I don't understand you. Because if you go to, let's say, exhibit triple K5,
Triple K?
triple K5,
5.
with the GPRS stream, do you find any other cell phone number on that page? No.
Under this page, GPRS,
K5.
You mean the other part?
Yeah.
No.
Do you find any other cell phone number there?
There is no other part.
That's correct.
Yes.
You will find that number on the cell phone download.
Ngoba ke uma ngingakuthatha ke siye kuyena ke K5 lokho kubizwa ngokuthi ke GPRS stream. Uma ubuka ke noma ubheka lapha uyayithola yini enye inamba lapha yana uyayiphendula ke uthi cha kodwa uzokuthola lokho uma uya kuwona ama download.
Yes, I am saying, Colonel, after receiving the downloads, then now we compare the downloads with the record from the cell phone, from the service provider's record, section 205. We want to see if this record that was picked up by the download, if it's also confirmed by the Vodacom. Remember, the person who is the custodian of cell phone records is the service provider.
But like I already mentioned a lot of times, your section 205 won't mention that when you receive on the download.
Nanjengoba bese ngikushilo ke amahlandla ngamahlandla ukuthi ke lokhu uma ubheka noma ubuka kuyona ke i205 angeke ukuthole.
But the point I'm trying to display in this trial is that there is contradictory information evidence which has been placed before this court. It's your statement reflecting the other number, it's Vodacom evidence reflecting other numbers.
No, I can't agree with you. Like I already mentioned to the court last week, I only work on the statements I receive. So if I receive a statement which they mention a number in, that's a number I receive.
It's
That's
clear-
the number I come and produce in the
It's
court.
clear that this number, 202, is not coming from the downloads. It's coming from you added that information to fabricate the evidence as if the number belonging to Mr. Ntuli made a call to the number belonging to Ms. Kelly Khumalo. It's a wrong information, it's a fabrication. You're coming again to this court to fabricate further and further.
My lord, if we come and say fabrication, I think it's just a technique to mislead myself and the court.
Kuma ukuthi ke ngilethe ubufakazi engingasibonake noma ke ubufakazi engibakhileke noma ke engize nabo ke abangukuthi ke lokho ke ukukhohlisa mina ke kanye nayo inkantolo.
My Lord, if I may ask that we take a short break especially for me and the interpreter who are speaking. Just a short break.
This is a veteran. Are you tired, sir?
I need to get some water.
Oh, some water. Okay, what's the time, Mr. Baloi?
11:38, my lord.
11?
38.
Okay, 15 minutes.
Thank you. Can I stand? Let's continue. Now quickly on exhibit triple K4 and triple K5F. Triple K4 is the downloads. And triple K5F, I don't know, maybe you'll assist me to name these exhibits. Triple K5F in brackets F.
That's correct?
Yes, what is that information? Is it yours?
It's not mine. I did read it on the States, but I didn't make use of it.
Triple K5F lona ke akusona ke owami kunesikhathi ke la engabheka ke nje khona ke kodwa ke angaze ngimsebenzise.
That's like I mentioned earlier to the court. The other one, K4, triple K4 is a more workable document.
Ingalo ngishilo ke ngaphambili ke enkantolo ukuthi ke utriple K4 ilona ke idocument elisebenze engikwazile ukuthi ngisebenze ke kulona.
Under on page number 2 of exhibit triple K4, the second line there. Are you there?
Yes?
Okay. If you can see on the second line, the number, the first number on the first column on your left, it's 082 7044358. You see? First column.
Second line from the
Second line,
Second
yes.
line, yes, okay.
Yes, from the top, second line.
Yes?
Are you there?
That's correct?
And the second column, it says dialed.
That's correct?
And the number is 076170943.
That's good.
And the next column is Gogo Nzongo.
That's correct.
And it's time 8 August 2014. You see?
That's correct.
And then the time is 10:02:02 AMT UTC device.
That's correct.
0000 device. I don't know what is that.
There was no answer.
There was no
Didn't
answer.
speak.
Kubhaliwe ke lana inamba u2782044358 shaya ucingo ke shayela u2776170943 kwase kubhalwa ke ugogo Dzongo 2014-08-02 isikhathi u10:02:02 intathakusa noma ekseni ke sorry ekseni uUTC kwase kubhalwa u00 osho ukuthi ke ayiphenduliwe noma aliphenduliwe lolo cingo.
And then if you go to exhibit KK5 in brackets F, the first page, the call type is dialed. Telephone number 0769170943.
That's correct, but like I mentioned last week in the court, I only want to testify on the documents I worked on.
Umele ke noma advocate usemcela ukuthi abheke uKK5F kodwa uthi ke nanjengoba eshilo ke noma ecelileke enkantolo kuvike endlule ukuthi ke uya kunesifiso so noma uyacela ukuthi afakazeke ngama documents yena ke asebenze kuwona.
Yes, you are the witness of this court. You are not going to choose which part of the questions you are going to answer. This is the evidence emanating from your evidence, and I need clarity on that.
My
But
Lord,
if
then
you say you have no answer, there is no harm in doing that. Let me complete my questions before you say to my questions, you have no answer or you do not want to answer.
My Lord, I can't answer or give any opinion on something I didn't work on.
Angikwazi ukuthi ngingaphendula ke noma ngiphe ngovo noma nginikeze uvo ngento engasebenzile kuyona noma engasebenzile ngayo.
Unfortunately, all these documents I'm talking about is the evidence of the state witnesses, and you are also a state witness. Can I just finish my question? Colonel, please. Can I finish my question?
You can finish it.
Okay. In these both documents, Colonel, KK4 and KK5F, there is a number which is 0769170943, which is reflected on both documents, which is the downloads, and this KK5F, of which we don't know what is it. But what we see, which is the same there, it's the number that was used. You see that?
No comment, my Lord.
Esikubonayo ke lana ukuthi
Very
kunenamba
good.
eyodwa ke kulama documents omabili ke uKK4 kanye naye uKK5F eku 027769170943 uthi ke akukho engakusho.
And it says, from the downloads, which is your exhibit, it says a cell phone belonging to, okay, let me just put it. The cell phone 0 ending with 4358 received, or there was a transaction to the number 0769170943, which is stored as Gogo Nzonga on both documents, your downloads and the other one.
No comment, my Lord, because I can't tell the court that that is all the papers printed from the download.
Okay.
Lana ke sikubonayo ke ukuthi ke kuona omabili ke lama documents kunale number ke u27761700943 bese kubhaliwe ke Gogo Dzongo kuona omabili ke uthi ke angikwazi ukuthi ngaphendula ke lapho ngoba angazi ke la ukuthi yiwona onke yini ama page ama downloads la.
The discrepancy that I want to bring it to the attention of this court is the time of the call on these two transactions. It's the call was made to the same numbers, but the time of the call, according to your exhibit KK4, is 10:02:02 a.m. Should I proceed?
You can proceed.
Okay. And then, according to Exhibit Triple K5F, the time of the call is 10:57:07 a.m.
Like I already mentioned, my lord, I can't answer on this one. It's not my document. I didn't work on it.
Umehluko ke ngifisa ukuthi ngiuvezeke lana ke ukuthi isikhathi ke la ku document wena osebenze ngayo ke noma kuma download isikhathi u10:02:02 kanti la ku Triple K5F u10:57:07 bese ngishilo ke ukuthi ke angikwazi ukuthi ngingakhuluma noma ngiphenduleke ngale document engasebenzile ngayo.
The court must take in consideration that this offence was committed in 2014. There was hundreds of investigation teams working on this. So I can't tell where this one is coming from. I can tell this one, I got it from our central database, and I got a section 205 from Vodacom, and I work on that.
Okunye futhi ke inkantolo kuzofanele ukuthi ikukhumbule noma ikubhekeke ukuthi isigameko lesi senzeka ke ngo2014 futhi sekube namathimba ke aphenyayo ahlukahlukene angeke ngisho ke ukuthi lo Triple K5F ubuya kuphi ngiyazi ke ukuthi downloads yona ke ibuya kuphi ke kanye nayo i section 205.
But do you see that the download, that you know where it comes from, you know the source, it's reflecting the number which does not match with the time that is reflected on Exhibit Triple K5F. It means these documents contain two different information on one cell phone, and it reflects different times of the calls that were made on these two cell phone numbers.
No comment, my lord. I can only comment on my evidence I handed into the court.
Mina ke ngakhuluma ngako ubufakazi bami mina engibethule enkantolo.
The reason why I'm showing you these discrepancies is because I want to show you the level of fabrication of evidence that we have committed in this document, which is Exhibit Triple K4. It reflects the other time, and Exhibit Triple K5F, it reflects another time. But it's both from the state witnesses, it's from the police.
I already mentioned, my lord, I work from the information I got from our central database, which I received from the investigation officer. And I can also add to this point now, if we're talking about fabrication, the number 202, which has been mentioned and been questioned the whole time. Remember, the crime was committed in 2014. The number 202 wasn't even in the picture at that time. We realized that number during 2020, while we were busy with investigation on this team, on our team. Okay. And we didn't just concentrate on Kelly Kumalo, we concentrate on the whole team, on the whole lot in the house and other suspects.
Okay, Colonel, no, thank you very much for that information.
Yeah, but don't mention the word fabrication, because the documents I receive, I work on as a true reflection, and I give my evidence according to that in court.
Engikwenzayo noma kwenzekeleke ukuthi ke imininingwane noma ke information engitholileke ngishilo ukuthi ngitholeke kwi database yethu ke siyamaphoyisa ke nokuthi futhi usebenziseke leligama ke ukuthi ke ubufakazi ongasibona ke noma ke ubufakazi nje obukhiweke lokho uzokhumbula ke ukuthi isigameko lokho senzeka ngo2014 ngaleso sikhathi leso le number igcina ngayo u202 kwakungekho ke la ekwakhulunywa ngayo khona izovela ke noma izoqhamuka ke leyo number leyo ngo2020 bekubhekwe number bekungabhekwa ngenumber kaKelly Kumalo yodwa kanye futhi nabanye laba ababekhona nabo ngaphakathi endlini.
The reason, Colonel, I am saying you are fabricating is because you yourself inserted the information, especially on Exhibit Triple K4.
In presence of an advocate.
Isizathu ke sokuthi ngikusho ke lokho ukuthi wena ke la kule lezibithi leli ke kunemniningwane noma ke kunolwazi noma information owayifaka ke uthi lokho ngakwenza ke uadvocate ekhona.
Whether it was in front of the advocate, this information is not the true reflection of what is contained from Kelly Kumalo's cell phone until we receive it.
No comment, ma'am.
Thank you. And again, further, this document of yours, Triple K4, contains information which is not the same with Exhibit Triple K5F, which means there is a fabrication in Exhibit Triple K4 of the edition of the times and manipulation of times reflected here which are not reflected on other exhibits.
Can you tell
And-
the court that you've got all the pages of the download with you? If I go through it quickly, it seems to me that it's not all the pages. You only got part of the download.
Ungayitshela yini inkantolo ukuthi ke na ke lo triple K5F ukuthi ama-page nawo onke ngoba ke mangibheka nje mina ke lana ukuthi akusiwona onke ama-page ayo i-download la ala.
I just dealt with the exhibit that we have submitted before this court. This is the exhibit that you extracted, or that was extracted, even if it's not you, and submitted to us as exhibits. So I'm showing the discrepancies on this document to show and to prove that this is not the correct information that was retrieved from Kelly Khumalo's cell phone in these downloads.
My lord, I work on it as a true reflection which I received from the download.
Mina ke uma ngisebenza ngako ke lokho ke ngisebenze ngako kuyikona ke lokho engakuthola okuyikona futhi engakuthola kuona ama-downloads.
We want that cell phone for Kelly Khumalo to confirm it with these downloads of yours, if they are correct. Until we receive that cell phone, we won't accept this document, Exhibit K4, as the correct and truthful information that was contained in Kelly Khumalo's cell phone.
No comment, my lord.
Thank you. Let's move on, Colonel. I'm on page 62 of the same transcript record for the 27th of July, 2023. As I'm going through the questions, Colonel, I do want to point out the repetitions of the evidence of what we have already said or what we have already testified about before. Before, on page 72, line number line number 9. You see there? Line number 9.
No,
Under.
I don't have it with me.
Oh, you don't have it with. Oh, sorry. Page 72, under Mr. Stein's evidence. Court order. My Lord, can I just assist the witness with the record of
Yes,
my
yes.
colleague? Thank you. Thank you. It's line number 7 in that page 72 under Mr. Stein. Do you see that, can I?
The highlighted ones.
The highlighted one, but I think it's, the clear page is available now.
It's much better.
So it's
Okay.
from during.
Can I read?
From where the sentence start with during.
During the cell phone download.
Yes.
Yes, that sentence. During the cell phone download, the following has been picked up on the device event log, with the device boot up at 2014, October 2017 at 01:31:38 a.m. So that is in the early morning of just on the morning after the crime incident. That means that the owner of the cell phone did delete everything on the phone or some information. And there. Do you see why I'm saying that you are repeating the evidence that you have already testified on the booting up of the cell phone? Am I correct? When you testified on the 27th of July, 2023.
That's correct.
Okay.
Lana ke ngifisa nje ukuthi ngikutshengiseke ukuthi ke uphinda ubufakazi busobushilo ke unyaka ondlule nge-27 kaJuly 2023 ukuthi ke uma kwenziwa ke yona ke i-cellphone download lokhu ke okulandelayo ikona okutholakele kuona ke umakhalekhukhwini ukuthi ke ukuvuselelwa kabusha ke kwabo umakhalekhukhwini kwenzeka nge-2014 10 27 01 31 38 ukuthi ke entatha kusake nje emuva ke okwenzeka kwesigameko lokho kungasho ukuthi ke umnikazi womakhalekhukhwini ke wasula konke noma ke information ethize.
Colonel, this is not correct. That the information, it means the owner of the cell phone we are talking about here is Miss Kelly Khumalo.
No, I don't understand.
You don't understand? Okay. When you were testifying here,
Yes,
you were testifying about the cell phone of Miss Kelly Khumalo.
that's correct.
And testifying that she rebooted the cell phone on the 27th of October 2014 at 1:38 a.m.
That's correct.
That's the, yes, yes. And you have just repeated that information now when we have been testifying for the second time.
That's correct.
Yes. My question is, okay, before I go to my questions, on the transcript record of 11 August 2023 under the evidence of Moshwana, I'll just read it for you, Colonel. August 2023, when Moshwana was testifying, on page 13, Mr. Sibanda, page 13, line number 15. I'll just read only this line. Mr. Moshwana said, a boot up, it is simple, a restart. And you are saying that can mean that the owner did delete everything on the phone. And I am saying to you, Colonel, the boot up of the cell phone does not delete any information from the cell phone. It's only about switching on and off of the cell phone.
Now, I can't agree with you.
Okay.
Even in one of my evidence exhibits, I handed into the court with the contact list exhibit KKK2 on the second page. You can see how many WhatsApp calls or names has been deleted. It's 8, 9, 11. So that proved to me that there was something done with the phone.
Ngeke ngivumelane ke nawe uma uthi ke ubufakazi bakhe ke uMushwana nge-11 ka-August 2023 la afakaza khona ke athi uma kwenziwa lokhu kubizwa ngokuthi ke i-boot up kusho ukuthi ke ukucishwa kanye futhi ke nokulayitwa futhi ke noma ke uqala kabusha kwa umakhalekhukhwini wena ke wase uthi ke ila khona umuntu adelete kona konke. Angivumelani ke nawe ngoba ke ku-triple K2 wami kubufakazi bami ke kunala kunenkomo noma kukhombisa khona ke ukuthi ke kukhona la ekusulwe khona noma ekudelethwe khona ke.
But Moshwana says something else, to say boot up is simple, a restart. He does not say there was a deletion or it's a deletion of information from the handset.
I can't, like I said, I can't agree with you. I got proof that there's some of the information has been deleted.
Ingakho ngisho ke kuwena ukuthi angeke ngivumelane ke nawe ngoba ke mina nginobufakazi ke obukhombayo ukuthi ngempela ke kukhona ke okwasula noma ke okwadelethwa.
Okay. If it's true that there was a boot up on this cell phone on the time as you have testified on page 72, how come the Vodacom was able to retrieve that information? The Vodacom records still reflects the transactions which were made on the 27th of October 2014. And Ms. Pinky Vitilingam, when he testified, he never said that there's information which appeared to have been deleted.
Because the owner of that phone got no position to go into the records of Vodacom. She can only delete what is on her phone. Section 205, it's totally a different database where the information has been stored.
Kungani ke yena ke uMiss Pinky Vitling amase Vodacom ke ethi ke ba kukhona ke bakuthola ke kwa okwenzeka ngazo i27 akakhulumanga lutho ngokuthi ke kunemininingwane eyasulwa ke ngoba ke umnikazi loyo umakhalekhukhwini loyo akukho ke angakwenza ukuthi nje yena ke adelete ke lokho ekusefonini yakhe kodwa ke ama record aka Vodacom akukho angakwenza ngawo.
If anyone got access to the Vodacom database, there's no need for us to go and apply for Section 205. Then I can just go into your phone records and draw what I want to.
Uma ukuthi umuntu ke nemininingwane ke kwa Vodacom akuthi ke ukuthi singangena ke kuyona kumakhalekhukhwini yakho singavele nje siceleke leyo information leyo ke ukuthi siyithole.
Okay. But you were able to retrieve the information from this cell phone which you say the information was deleted.
That's correct.
Yebo kuyiqiniso ke lokho ngishoyo ukuthi kwasulwa ke kodwa ke sibe nako ukuthi sikuthole
So
makutholakala.
the reason why you were able to get information is because it was never deleted from this cell phone.
No, I can't agree.
Angivumelani ke nawe ukuthi sakuthola ngoba ke kungakaze kusulwe angivumelani nalokho.
And then let's go further to page 76 of the same transcript, Mr. Simanda, page 76. Oh, maybe let's skip that one. Let's just go to page 77, the following page. You can use that record, Mr. Stein?
Yes.
Okay. Page 77.
Yes.
Page 77, yes. Line number 8. Line number 8. From the top.
Okay.
Okay. It says, then the call type is also MTC, terminating call. In other words, she received a call, and the call was on the 15th of October 2014 at 17:33:57.
That's correct.
And now, you have said it was not a call, it was a, did you say it was a data or it was an internet communication?
You can call it both.
Okay.
Lana ke ungakubiza kokubili ke noma ukuthi ke kwakusetshenziswe idatha noma ke mhlambe ke kusetshenziswe internet ngoba la ithi ke kwase kune colleague ebizwa ngokuthi MTC ongakusho ke ukuthi wathola ucingo ke yena ke ngazo i15 October 2014 isikhathi 17:33:57.
But here, when you were testifying, you were very adamant and you were clear that she received a call.
That's correct.
Yebo ngishilo ukuthi wathola ucingo.
Then now I want to get a clarity from you. What type of the transaction was it that you are referring to?
Well,
Was
like
it,
I
if you are
already
saying
mentioned 100
saying
times,
it's an internet, what type of the internet?
with the second call, she was using internet. With the first call, she was using BlackBerry Net because she changed handsets. That I already pointed out to the court. And here, I already mentioned and pointed out to the court that I didn't add the 2-hour rule in which you declined to involve the cell phone download.
Kunala khona ke asebenzisa khona ke internet bese kwenye ke washintsha wasebenzisa ke iBlackberry Net ngishilo ukuthi washintsha ke nomakhalekhukhwini ke washintsha umakhalekhukhwini futhi ngasho ukuthi la angisebenzisanga noma angwafakanga amahora amabili.
For now, I'm still asking about the transaction of the 15th October when you say it was the internet. Internet, Mr. Stein, is very wide. It can be emails, it can be Twitter, it can be Facebook, it can be anything. I want you to tell this court with certainty, what type of the transaction did you find in your downloads or in your analysis that you refer to it as a transaction which was made via internet?
On the evidence of the Section 205 of Vodacom, on that one exhibit we did hand it into the court, we clearly pointed out to the court that she was using data. And if you go to the download, in my spreadsheet 4, I think, you can see she made a WhatsApp call. And if you want to make a WhatsApp call, you're using data.
Kubufakazi ke balo the 205 yakwa Vodacom ke ngishilo ukuthi wasebenzisa idatha. Uma usubheka ke manje ispreadsheet lesi sami ke ngishilo ke ukuthi ke kwaba iWhatsApp call. Uma ke wenza yona ke leyo call ka WhatsApp ke usebenzisa idatha.
Okay, it was now a WhatsApp call. Is that your evidence?
What else is it?
Oh, okay. No, I just want to get clarity. If you are saying it was a WhatsApp call.
Which she was using data.
Oh, okay.
What else do you think it is?
Okay. You know what, Mr. Stein? The fabrication of the evidence will not assist in this court because we need the truth. The WhatsApp call was not in operation during the period of October, during the period of 2014.
No, I can't agree.
WhatsApp call, there was no WhatsApp call during the year of 2014.
I can't agree, my lord.
Yeah.
Tike umeli ngo 2014 yayingekho ke lento ke ekuyi WhatsApp call cha angivumelani
What's
ke
the
nawe.
situation? Because you're the experts. Kelana?
If you call it a WhatsApp call, if you're using BlackBerry Net or if you're using internet, what is the difference?
Oh, I see.
Uma ukuthi ke usebenzisa ke internet noma ke usebenzisa iBlacknet umehluko ukephi ke lapho.
No,
Remember that time, my lord, it was, we all started with BlackBerries. And then we go over to the phones we're using now. And when we start using these phones, the BlackBerry Net goes out.
Uzokhumbula ukuthi ngaleso sikhathi leso ke abaningi bethu ke sebenzisa ke iBlackberry ke sasesiza ke manje kulabo makhalekhukhwini esibasebenzisayo ke uyase ke iBlackberry Net ke ise iphumele eceleni.
Let's not confuse the record, Mr. Stein. Let's not confuse the record because there are two transactions. The first one, you said it was transacted via BlackBerry.
That's correct.
Then I'm still there. I'm still coming there. I'm on this one, the transaction for the 15th of October, which you say it was via the internet. When I ask what type of internet communication, then you are saying it was a WhatsApp call.
Like I just mentioned to the court, what is the difference between it? If you might talk in my talking terms, it's the same thing. Rather, if you use BlackBerry Net, if you're using BlackBerry Net, you're also using data. You're not using airtime.
You know why you're confused now?
Uyokhuluma ke noma ke engikhuluma ngayo ke la uma kuukuthi ke usebenzisa iBlackberry Net awusebenzisi airtime kodwa usebenzisa idata.
You know why we are confusing the two now? It's because of the fabrication.
My lord,
The type of the internet that was used, you said it was not a WhatsApp call. When I say WhatsApp call was not in operation in 2014, we are moving on to the BlackBerry BBM.
my lord, I no comment. Because
Thank
I
you.
already explained to
Thank
the best
you.
of my knowledge.
Thank you.
Because she doesn't
And-
want to understand. It's two different things we're talking about. And as long as she tried to keep the two separate, it's going to sound like we tried to mislead the court or she tried to mislead me.
Ngoba ke lana uma mhlambe ke uadvocate angakwazi ke ukuthi into ezimbili lezi ke ezihlukile esikhuluma ngazo.
You are also misleading the court if you say it was a WhatsApp call because WhatsApp call was not in use at that particular time. But let's move on for the sake of progress.
Which time is
Mr.
that?
Stein. Sorry, my lord.
Which time is that?
2014, my lord.
2014. There was no WhatsApp call.
My lord, if I mention the BlackBerry Net as a WhatsApp call,
Same
what is
thing.
it? It's the same thing.
Yeah, I understand you.
Yeah,
It's like an automatic vehicle and a gearbox vehicle.
that's correct.
I hear you. I hear you.
There was no WhatsApp call. WhatsApp call and BBM, those are the two different things. Unless you want me to call and
Didn't-
expect to teach you.
Didn't the one replace the other?
Those are two different programs.
Two different programs of which the one replaced the other.
BBM was used via the BlackBerry cell phone only. And WhatsApp call can be used on all the cell phones which are smartphones, which are smart cell phones.
I don't
And we are
agree.
confusing this court to say it's one and the same thing. BBM only, we can only access it on the BlackBerry. Mr. Kennel Stein, Kennel, be a Kennel now.
I don't agree with you. You want to mislead the court.
Okay. For the sake of progress, can I move on?
Please.
You have said the second transaction, it was via the WhatsApp call. And that information which says it was via the WhatsApp call, it's new information which you have never testified about it before. You just said it was a call. And only after Ms. Vitilingan came and testified and denied this transaction, you coming back to say it was a WhatsApp call. Any comment?
Yes, I can tell. I mentioned it as a call in the past.
You never mentioned it as a WhatsApp call.
Well, what is the difference?
There is a
call
huge.
is a call.
There is a huge.
And I did mention data has been used.
Show me. Show me in your evidence. I'm referring you to the record. If I missed it, you can tell me that I missed it,
My
but
Lord,
I'm receiving
not
it
gonna
as a
answer
call.
it because it's clearly that she's trying to mislead me or the court. I'm standing with my point. From the download, I can prove that the call has been made. If it's a WhatsApp call or a BBM or what you want to call it, there was a conversation or a transaction.
Mina ke ngizogcela ke noma ngizoma ke kuloko engikushilo ke ukuthi kukhona ke kumana ke ama downloads ukuthi ke kwakuyi BBN kwakuyi call kwakuyi WhatsApp call kodwa nje into ekhona ukuthi kwakukhona ke ukuxhumana.
I'm also standing by my submissions to say throughout the record, there is no way in you indicated that this transaction, this call, which was made on the 15th was made via WhatsApp. Then let's move on to the second call.
My Lord, now I don't understand anymore. So we're going to answer the same questions about the same thing again and again and again.
Don't worry, someone will understand this somewhere if you don't understand it. Secondly, the first call you said it was via the BBM. Am I correct?
I mentioned it's been made by BlackBerry Net.
Yes.
Engikushilo ke ukuthi call yoqala ke yenziwa ke nge-BBN net.
And the BlackBerry net, I'm putting it to you, Colonel, now, so that we don't waste the court's time, will only function if both people are using the same device, which is BlackBerry. If you are not using BlackBerry, you will not be in a position to access the BBM net. Do you know that?
I don't know what kind of
Okay.
phone did he have that time, because we didn't have any section 205
Yes.
from him, so we can assume he did have a BlackBerry.
Angazi ke umakhalekhukhwini awusebenzisa ke ngaleso sikhathi sengayicabangela ngoba ke sasingenayo ke 205 sengayicabangela ukuthi wayesebenzisa naye ke iBlackberry.
Mr. Ntuli did not use BlackBerry, did not have BlackBerry. He couldn't afford it
That's
at that
according
time.
to you.
Yes. So how come will he be able to communicate with the person who was using the BlackBerry, according to your evidence, if he did not have the BlackBerry phone?
Like I mentioned to the court, I got no record of him. I only mentioned what I got on the section 205 of Vodacom. And if there's a call or transaction to that phone, then we assume that both of them were in the position of the correct handset, which allows them to make the call.
Therefore, I'm telling you that that was not possible.
That's your opinion.
That is not true, what you are testifying in this court.
That's your opinion.
There was no way Ms. Kelly Kumalo could have communicated via BlackBerry net with someone who did not possess the BlackBerry phone. It means your evidence is not true and correct. It's false beyond reasonable doubt. Any comment?
No comment because I can't testify on something I don't have in front of me.
Ukuthi ke wayengenayo ke noma wayengasebenzisi yona ke iBlackberry akukho engakusho ngoba ke angeke ngifakaze ngento engenayo phambi kwami.
You don't have to have it. You don't have to have those cell phones now in front of you. This is the evidence we are supposed to possess. In terms of your rank, you have insisted that you want to be referred as Colonel here. And Colonel is a senior person in the SAPS who knows the information I'm talking about. Even a reservist constable, if I can call him here, he will confirm that the BlackBerry net, you'll only use it if you have two cell phones, if you have two BlackBerry phones.
My Lord, I'm not going to take it that she's going to take me on in person. I'm a colonel in the police. I got more than enough experience and education to show to her that there was a transaction. And I got a transaction proof that it's coming from a download. And if it's been made on a download, definitely both parties must have the same tool to make that transaction.
Enginako-ke mina-ke kuya kwi-download-ke ukuthi ngempela kwaba khona-ke ukuxhumana kwaba khona-ke futhi-ke ngokwalokho-ke ukuthi-ke kwenzeke leyo transaction leyo kufanele ukuthi bobabili-ke babe nomakhalekhukhwini owodwa noma-ke ofanayo.
Yeah. That's why I'm proving to you that what we are saying is not correct. It's not the true information that the transaction was made via the BlackBerry net.
No, I don't agree with you. I can prove to you on page 1766, BlackBerry net, and if you go to the next one, then you will see that it is internet being used. So I don't agree with you.
Angivumelani-ke nawe ngoba lana-ke kuyana ku-page 1766 ibhaliwe ukuthi BlackBerry net bese kulandelayo-ke kuyabhala internet. Angivumelani-ke nawe.
You move to BlackBerry net when it suits you. You move to WhatsApp call when it suits you. That's all fabrication, Colonel.
I don't agree with you.
Angivumelani-ke nawe ukuthi-ke ubufakazi obungekho noma-ke ongasilona iqiniso lobo.
Thank you, my lord. I have no further questions.
Okay, thanks, Mr. Is it Mrs. Vanda or Kaloi? Re-examination? Re-examination.
As a court, please, my lord. Just before we do the re-examination, just a preliminary issue regarding cross-examination by Mr. Ramosepele on behalf of accused number 2. He put it to Colonel Stein that Ms. Zandile Khumalo testified that upon their return from the hospital,
Yeah.
their phones were immediately confiscated when they returned home.
Is it not the following day?
Yes, I pointed out the error to him, and,
Okay.
and both are at idiom that that is not her evidence. She did not say that. If we look at page 24 of the record of the 19th of July 2023, Ms. Khumalo testified as follows from line 10. The state asked him, "What time did you leave the hospital?" Ms. Khumalo, "I cannot remember the exact time, but it was already very late, between 11 going to 12. Then the state asked him, "You may proceed." She then testified, "We then alighted from the vehicle and then just lifted up the tapes and went inside the house." And she says it was herself, Kelly, her mother, and Tumelo. And at line 19 on page 24, she testified as follows: "When we got inside the house, there were many people. The police and others were introducing themselves as Brigadier so and so. There were just many of them." So nowhere, my lord, does she say that the phones were confiscated
As soon as
upon arrival. And on page 25 of the record, she testified as follows at line 15. "When we look around just to see where the other phones were, my mother recalled that she was busy charging her phone on top of the stove, and it was still there." That is the only reference to a cell phone. So, my lord, all the cross-examination that was premised on the fact that Ms. Khumalo testified that upon their return from the hospital, their phones were confiscated, will have to be struck from the record. At best, my lord, on page 33, Mr. Madlala, Tumelo Madlala testified as follows at line 12, said, "We went back to Kelly's home where the incident transpired," that is now from the hospital, And he testified further that upon our arrival there, we found the police officers were there, and the area had been cordoned off with yellow tapes. Then at line 20, Mr. Madlala, these are the tapes that have been put by the police there. Then at line 23,
This is not re-examination.
yes, no, I'm just correcting the, and Mr. Ramsepele doesn't object, because this is what he put on record, my lord. I'm just
I'm
correcting
also
what
for
he
the
put.
defense here. This is not cross-examination.
I've made it clear that before we start with re-examination, we just want to correct the record, and that's what we're doing. Then at page 23, Mr. Madlala testified as follows. Now, there were a lot of police officers that were there, and they were asking me questions and writing down as I was busy. Then on page 36, the state asked him, now, did you have a cell phone on that day? And he testified as follows. Line 4, yes, it was a Samsung X3, white in color, that I was in possession of. And the state then asked him, now, did anything happen to your phone on that day? Let me put it this way, when you were escorted to Malbatten, did you still have the phone? And Mr. Madlala then answered at line 9, I was no longer in possession of the cell phone. They took it and they put it in some plastic bag that was sealed. And the state then asked him, was it only your phone that the police took on the day of the night? Mr. Madlala then answered, no, I did not know pertaining to the others. And he then testified follows. Mine was taken at the time I was talking to this particular person, and we were standing close to the door. Now, that is Spaza, we were standing there, and when my phone was taken from me, and then the state asked him, at what stage was the phone taken from you? Then Mr. Madlala answered, I did not know what they were actually doing, because they said that they had to take my cell phone, and there were other things that were done to me as well, and thereafter a while we were taken to Malbatten. Then the interpreter added, earlier on the witness indicated that it was now in the early hours of the morning or the dawn of the day. So according to Mr. Madlala, his phone was taken in the early hours of the day before they proceeded to Malbatten.
Umshushisike lana ngaphambilini kokuthi ke aphinde futhi ke ahlomeke ufakazi ngemibuzo uzama ukuthi alungiseke obekushiwo ke Mr. Ramusipile kuyena ke ufakazi ngokuthi uzandile khumalo kubufakazi bakhe ke washo ke ukuthi kathi bebuya ke esibhedlele aphucwa noma ke athathwa ke ama cell phones abo uthi uyafunda ke kwi record ke ukhulumile ngo page 24 wange 19 zika July 2023 kanye ke ku line 19 no page 25 la ashilo ke ukuthi kubufakazi bakhe abshilo ukuthi uma bebuya ke esibhedlele bangenile ke endlini badlula ke kona ama tapes la amaphoyisa avala ngawo akukho la asho khona ke noma akhuluma ngama cell phone ukuthi athathwa ke nokuthi ke isiphi isikhathi athathwa ngawo nokuthi futhi ke uma ekhuluma nge cell phone ke ukhulume nge cell phone kama wakhe ukuthi uma wakhe wasekhumbula ke ukuthi i cell phone yakhe yayicharger phezulu kwaso i stove wathi umebuyela ke wathola ke i cell phone yakhe isekhona lapho okusho ukuthi ke akukho la kubufakazi bakho uzandile asho khona ke nanjengoba uMr. Ramsipile shilo ukuthi ama cell phones abo athathwa uma bebuya uTumelo Madlala umuntu okhulumile ke ngokuthathwa kwe cell phone yakhe ke ashilo ukuthi kwakuyi Samsung S3 eyayimhlophe ngombala nokuthi ke yathathwa ke entathakusa ngale uthema sebehamba beya khona ke eMalbatten i cell phone yakhe yayise ingasekho kuyena ngoba ke yayise ithathiwe kuyena futhi yafakwa ke ngaphakathi kwesikhwama ke esiuplastic.
Now, Colonel Stein, Advocate Mshololo, just put it to you now that WhatsApp call was not operational in 2014. I just want to refer you to Exhibit K3. On page 3 thereof, K3.
I know the one you're referring to is the event call.
It's fine. You can,
I got it.
you
Is
can
it?
have a look at this
No,
one.
no, I don't have it.
You, yes. You testified, Colonel, that these were the applications or the apps that were on the phone of Mrs. Kelly Kumalo.
That's correct.
Now, on that page, page 3, can you just place that information on record?
I just want to place on record, my lord, there was a WhatsApp application on her phone. So if she mentioned that WhatsApp call wasn't in working that time, it's not true.
Wait. The incident happened in 2014.
That's correct. End of
So-
2014 when they download the phone. It's on the download, it mentioned the WhatsApp.
So you say it was the WhatsApp.
That's
Operational.
correct. It was in operation.
Okay, fine.
Uma ebuza ke imibuzo u-advocate Mshelelo ushilo ukuthi ke uWhatsApp ngalesa sikhathi ke ngo-2014 wayengasebenzi ke ngicela ke ubheke lana ke uthi ke mayibheka ke uKennedy ke uthi ke uma kwenziwa ke isicelo lana sikhona ke isicelo sayo ke iWhatsApp okusho ukuthi ke bengasilona ke iqiniso ukuthi uWhatsApp wayengekho ke ngaleso sikhathi noma iWhatsApp call.
Sorry, my lord, to interject the re-examination of my learned colleague. My friend, my lord, we need to clarify this issue of the applications that were in that device, because I've done the same research, and for the truthfulness of this aspect to come out, we can even request during the break time for Mr. Stein to go and verify.
You know what I'm suggesting? You must call your own expert, because this expert.
Yes, yeah.
Wait.
No, then we are agreed, my lord.
He's supposed to be giving expert evidence.
Okay, that's
And
fine.
here is Ratamokotling,
Yes.
who doesn't know a skeleton from a skull,
Yeah, no, that's fine, my lord.
trying
I mean, that's
to
it. Thank you.
correct him.
Yeah,
Bring your own evidence. You're at liberty to do that.
okay.
We can recall him if George still exists.
Thank you, my lord. I mean, that's it.
I think it's incorrect to say WhatsApp only. Remember, this witness specified, said it's a call. Now, the question that is before this court is whether it's from a WhatsApp call, whether it's from an Android, or whether it's from a BBM call. To say WhatsApp, that's not enough. It must be WhatsApp call. Because in 2014, and I maintain that I'm going to call an expert model. In fact,
Yes,
we'll call
that's
5 if needs be.
Yeah.
WhatsApp call in 2014, WhatsApp call had not yet been operative in South Africa.
Yes. Mr.
WhatsApp, yes, it was in operation when you send a message, but call wasn't. We'll call 5 if needs be.
Yes, Mr. Baloi.
I think there's a point of argument.
Yeah.
The witness has already answered. I also want to show you exhibit K in brackets 2. You can have this one if you don't have it. Reference is made to WhatsApp and the number ending with 202. What does it refer to?
It also-
WhatsApp in that context?
Yeah, it also referred to WhatsApp. COM point WhatsApp,
Yes.
all the
And the
transactions.
date?
Lana ke ikhuluma le number u202 nalana ke ikhuluma ngo-COM ukuthi ke uWhatsApp.
No, there's no date.
There's
when
no
she-
date, yeah.
When she saved it.
Yeah,
Yes.
fine.
But just for record purpose, just identify exhibit triple K
It's
two.
an exhibit triple K2.
Two, okay.
Lona ngembhekile ke exhibit u-triple K2.
All right.
Colonel Steyn, you were questioned at length as to why the transactions that appear on page 23 of your exhibit by almost all counsel, exhibit O in brackets 1, page 23 of your exhibits don't appear in the section 25, in particular exhibit triple J1, paragraph 9 of Ms. Fillingham affidavit. Just to summarize your evidence, you testified that the two calls in question, the one on the 2nd of August and the 15th of August 2014, said those both calls were data communication. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Ngishilo ukuthi amabili ke lama-colleague ngeyi-2 zika-August kanye futhi neyi-15 zika-October ukuthi kwakuxhumana ke ngedata.
And the essence of your evidence is that you can only find the call-related data on the downloads as per exhibit triple K4.
That's correct.
Nokuthi ke ukuthola lokho ke kuma-downloads laphayana ke exhibit u-triple K4.
And does Vodacom have access to that information as per exhibit 4?
No, my lord.
uVodacom yena ke akanayo ke imininingwane noma ke lo lwazi ke noma lokhu kubizwa ukuthi le information ke elapha ke kulama download noma ku triple K4.
Now, it was put to you by Advocate Mnisi for accused number 3 that your evidence is a fabrication. And in support of that proposition, he referred you to exhibit triple K4, call record of the downloads, and you were taken through the date of the 2nd of August 2014, and also the date of the 15th of October 2015, as appears on the 3rd page from the end. And the proposition was put to you that the fact that there's no chronology in the times. For instance, you have on the first page you have AM, then you've got PM, and same with the 15th of October. Now, that was the basis of the proposition, that the fact that there's no chronology on the times, that indicates that your evidence is a fabrication. What is your comment?
My comment is it's definitely not a fabrication. That is the way in which I receive it. You can see all the transactions or communications or something was done, let's say on the 2nd of August. It's numeric according to the date, nothing about the time. You must read the whole day.
Kufanele lana ke kuyena ku triple K4 lona ke ngoba umshushisi ke uyambuza noma uthi ke uadvocate Mnisi ushilo ke kuwena ukuthi ubufakazi bakho uma sibheka ku triple K4 ubufakazi ke okungasilona ke iqiniso uthi ke uma ubheka ke lana ke kuyakutshengisa ke noma ke kuyinkomba ke ukuthi ngempela ke kukhona okwenzeka ke ngalo lelanga kufanele ubheke futhi ke idate ngazo i2 zika August.
Well, it's time for the long adjournment. Can we then take the long adjournment?
We're still going to go on with him.
Yes, I think we'll safely finalize him today. My lord.
What's the time now, sir?
It's
How long will you be with him?
Just after 1.
How long do you think?
Maybe another 10 minutes or so, my lord.
Yeah, why don't you sit?
At most. Right.
It is going to be 10 minutes. If it's more than that, fine. We can adjourn.
Now, I just want to refer you to page 70. page 51 of the record of the 3rd of June 2024. I don't think you have it. The evidence of Ms. Faithilingam, and I just want to put her evidence on record for your comment. She testified as follows: Ms. Faithilingam, you cannot differentiate between a call or a message under GPRS data because it is internet usage. Do you have any comment?
I agree with her, my lord.
Lana ke uthi umfundela ke ufakazi bakhe ke uMiss Faithilingam lona ke wako Vodacom ku page 51 kunge-3 zika June kuwona ke lonyaka la ashilo khona ke ukuthi angeke uhlukaniseke phakathi kwe-colleague noma i-message ke ngaphansi kwayo ke i-GPRS data ngoba ke ngoba konke ukusetshenziswa kwayo i-internet. Umephendula ke uthi yebo ngiyavumelana naye.
That's why it's good to have the cell phone physically in your possession to download it, then you got the rest of the information.
Ingakho ke kusemqoka ke ukuthi ke ube nomakhalekhukhwini uqobo ke ukuthi ke udownload ila khona ke uzoba nayo yonke information.
Yes. And if you look at exhibit K4, the last column there, references made to device.
That's correct, my lord.
What does that mean?
It's made to the handset, the device.
Okay, what do you?
The device is the handset.
Lana ke gcineni kumubheka ke le column yogcina ke kubhaliwe ke device ikhuluma ngaye ke umakhalekhukhwini uqobo.
And if you go to the top, there's then storage. So it's been storage in the device, in the handset.
But lapha phezulu kubhaliwe ke storage lokho kusho ukuthi ke loyo ke imininingwane ke egciniwe ke khona kuyena umakhalekhukhwini uqobo.
Now, Advocate Nisi and Advocate Nsholole, in fact, all counsel asked you about the addition of the 2 hours to the downloads. In cross-examination by Advocate Nisi, you referred to the abbreviation UTC, sorry, that was not probed further. What does that stand for?
It stands for Universal Time Constant. It's the same as happened this weekend. The Springboks was playing around about 5 o'clock, and we was watching the game around about 11, 12. So Australia got 7 hours, we got 2 hours, which you have to add all.
Masikhuluma ke ngayo ke UTC into ke ekhuluma ke noma ke kukhuluma ngesikhathi ke futhi ke nangamazwe ke ahlukene weseyenza ke isibonelo ngomdlalo ke oma Springboks ukuthi ke ubudlala ke ngo5 kodwa thina ke bese ubheke noma sibuke ngo11 bo iAustralia inoma hora awu7 thina ke la amahora amabili.
Yeah, just to elaborate on that point. But you're watching the same event at the same time.
That's correct.
Kodwa ke sibheke noma sibuke into eyodwa futhi ke ngesikhathi esodwa.
Then Advocate Numal, on behalf of accused number 4, referred you to page 71 of the record regarding the addition of the 2 hours on the downloads. And he referred to the following passage on page 71, line 12. The state says, I'm outside, 26 October 2014. The time is given as 04:57:36.
That's correct.
And the state then asks you, what is the actual time? You then say the actual time will be 06, in other words, 18:57, just before 7, 1900 hours.
That's correct, my lord.
Yebo kuyiqiniso ke lana ke ubuzwa ke noma ke uadvocate noma lo ke uye wakhomba ke ku page 71 la uyabuza ke umshushisi ukuthi ke kusho ukuthi ke ngaphandle ke nge26 kaOctober 2014 isikhathi sinikezwe nanjengo 05:57:36 yebo kusho ukuthini ke lokho kusho ukuthi ke esona sikhathi ke u06 ngamanye amagama ke kuphambi nje kwehora lesikhombisa 18:57.
Then Advocate Numalo further referred you to exhibit O in brackets 2, your exhibit. the downloads on Mr. Longwe's phone, the very last sentence thereof,
On page,
that will be page 45 to 46.
okay.
Yeah, page 46, in fact. That last column there, it says I'm outside. The time is given as 26 October 2014, 04:57. I just want to refer you to Exhibit J1. That is the section 205 from Vodacom. It's page 2186. I'll just ask my colleague just to show that on the screen. If you can just identify for us that exhibit,
The transactions at what time?
just the exhibit on the screen.
Yeah.
Yes. Is it correct that it's section 25 from Vodacom?
That's correct, yes.
Yona ke 205 aka Vodacom le.
If you refer to and what is the number in respect of which the 25 refers?
The number is 27608 0436.
Yes. And this was identified as whose number?
I think Salo 12.
Yes. The one that was used by Longway.
Longer, that's correct.
The number ke 276080400436. Even number ke betweke in number yakhe ke ulongwe.
If you can refer to the eighth transaction from the top, just refer to the number at 1857 and 35.
That's good, that's correct.
Just put that information and record the number, the date, the time, and the call type.
The number in question is 27608 040436 and the date is 26 October 2014. 1850 must mention the call.
Yes, the time?
The time is 21:01:59.
No, just the one above that.
Well, the time is 18:57:38.
No, 35.
Well, 45. And there's
Yes.
a MO-SMS. It's a SMS made to the number. The number belongs to Zandi. It's 2774676669.
Yes.
Lana ke le number ke 27608040436 26 October 2014 isikhathi 1857 ama-second awu-35 i-SMS eyenziwe ke yenziwa kwinumber ke yakhe uZandi 2774667 66669.
Now, if you look at the information on page 46, is there any relationship between this call on triple J1 and the transaction there on page 46?
It's on page 40, 48 or
46 of your affidavit. That last entry there, the one that we've just referred to earlier on.
Yes.
Yes.
No, I'm not feeling well now.
Okay.
She said on page 50.
Page 46. Would you want a brief adjournment?
Please.
Second, please.
Okay. Come back what time?
We can come back at 2, my lord.
Okay, do it here.
Malolu hlelo olubizwa ngokuthi ke XRY.
Thank you, my lord. That is all.
Yeah, just about your CV, Colonel. Before we get to there, you remember before Advocate Nisi had completed this cross-examination, I asked you about how you compiled the downloads together with the section 203. You told me about 2 other numbers, you remember? And you gave me a document like so.
That's correct, yeah.
Where's that document? Because you did explain, but I don't think we numbered it. Did we number it?
It's on that CD, which I handed in on Friday.
Yeah, okay, did you hand it in?
Yes.
It's exhibit what?
It's exhibit K5 in brackets E.
Yeah, fine. So I'm not going to ask you about that because you have already explained. But my interest is just as a police officer, do you take an oath to perform your job?
That's correct, my lord.
Yebona njengephoyisa ke ngiyathatha ke isifungo sokuthi ke noma ngiyafunga ukuthi ngizokwenza umsebenzi wami.
Yeah, like judges.
You can even refer to us our code of conduct.
Yeah. In terms of the Police Act.
That's
also.
correct, that as well, yeah.
And what happens if you transgress your code?
So, like a normal law, they can take you for fraud or anything on that line.
Uma kuukuthi ke manje usuyaqala noma ke awukwenzi ke lokho okufungele ukuthi uzokwenza ke ila khona ke umthetho ke usungathatha ke indawo yawo.
How many cases? I see here you say, I'm reading your affidavit. You say you're attached to the National Cold Case Investigation Unit based in Pretoria, National Head Office, and you've acted as an analyst and investigation officer. And then 2, you say, I've been attached to my current position since 2021, but before I was at the Priority Crime Management Center since 2009 as an analyst. I have up to date analyzed in excess of about 2,000 cases. Is it correct? Is it true? Let me ask you like that.
It could be more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2,000 cases.
It could be more.
Any court ever told you you're a liar
No, not at all.
or rejected your evidence?
Never, never.
It's not possible?
No, never, my lord.
Never.
Never.
Kubhaliwe ke laphana ke kwinkatho ifunda ke istatement sakhe noma ke affidavit yakhe ukuthi usesebenzeke noma usenzeke ama case andlulileke ku2000 uthi ke asengeqaka noma abe ngaleke ku2000 kodwa kaze kwenzeke ukuthi inkantolo isho ke ukuthi cha kufakazi ngethulileke ukuthi ke angwenzanga umsebenzi wami noma futhi ke angwenza ngendlela ekufanele ukuthi ngibe ngikwenze ngayo noma futhi nginamanga.
And have you appeared in the regional court and the high court?
That's correct, my lord. Even Cape Town, Joburg here, and we're currently busy in Natal as well, KZN.
Ngihambile ke ifunda la eGoli Cape Town futhi ke njengamanje ke khona ke la senza umsebenzi khona ke eNatal.
The unit which you were attached to,
That's correct.
was it said it was based in
The last 2 years in Pretoria.
Pretoria, no?
Yes, and before that in Joburg.
In Joburg?
Yes.
Kule
But I
minyaka
also-
emibili ke yokugcina besila ePitoli kodwa ngaphambi kwalokho besisegoli. Sorry.
No, and I also assisted the national non-ferrous team. So with that, I worked the whole country.
Khona kunala futhi ke bengisebenza ke South Africa yonke.
Have you lectured any of the rookies, young people who come in to be
Yes.
trained as analysts, etc.?
Yes, especially in my last years at the PCMC
Oh,
in Germiston in my office when I was in command of the team. And I lectured it, and some of the guys is already testifying in court now.
Futhi ke lana ke eGermiston ke kula nala futhi ke bekhona ke amaphoyisa ke asafikayo namasafufusa ke ebengiwa nikeza ke training futhi abanye babo ke sebethula ubufakazi ezinkantolo.
I'm sorry to pry. I know you are retired. Do you have any interest in pursuing your career as a detective analyst?
That's correct, my lord. I'm currently busy assisting the people, and let's hope there's a contract coming for me or in the private sector.
Ingaba unenhloso yini yokuthi ke usungaqhubeka ke noma mhlambe ngawumsebenzi wokuphenya ke yebo ngiyabalekelela ke futhi ngethemba ke lokuthi ke kuyinkampani ezimele ke iprivate sector ikhona ke inkontileka engayithola.
Have you been trained outside the country, for instance?
No, not.
Never trained.
Angaze ke ngitraine ke ngaphandle ke kwase South Africa, sorry.
I can well mention that I do receive in-service training from people who's been trained outside the country.
Kodwa ngasho ukuthi ke ngithola ke uqeqesha noma ke lokho kubizwa ngokuthi in-service training kubantu ke abaqeqeshiwe ke ngaphandle kwase Ningizimu Afrika.
Do you know any of the accused in front of this court?
Not before, I know them now.
Abamangalelwa ke bengabazi ke ngaphambili kodwa ngiyabazi ke manje.
What would you gain by fabricating, as it has been put to you by all the councils, by fabricating and conspiring to fabricate and perverting the course of justice? Or what would you gain in a case like this?
Absolutely nothing, my lord, because
When they give you a promotion, for instance, to say, oh,
then it's too late. Now it's too late. No, I agree with you. There's absolutely nothing in it for me which I can gain. And let's say fabricating evidence. Like I already mentioned before this morning, that time when they download the phone, not even no one knows about the number 202. So why should someone during the line put 202 in a spreadsheet?
Akukho ke engakuzuza ke ngokuthi ke ngethuleke noma ngiletheke ubufakazi engasibona ubufakazi engaziyo ukuthi ke ubufakazi obuhamanga akukho engakuthola nokuthi bangathi ke mhlambe banginikeza ke isikhundla ke sekulate ke manje ngoba esho ukuthi akasebenzi ke nanjengoba ngishilo ke ngaphambilini ukuthi inkathi kwenziwa yona ke i-download leyana ke akekho umuntu owayenolwazi ke lwale number e202 manje ke sokuzokwenzeka kanjani ukuthi kube nomuntu nje ozozo avela azofaka leyo number leyo.
but are you adamant that you have never been charged? I know some judges have been charged, for instance, my colleagues, who are alleged to have been dishonest or to have contravened the law or the ethics. Some of them have been charged.
No, never.
Have you never been
Never.
departmentally?
Never departmental.
Because when you read today that some police are also committing offences and some of them happen to be charged. You have never ever.
Never. I'm a clean record.
Angikaze ke nkathi ke ngisemaphoyiseni ke ngiye ke la kwinkundla ke noma ke la khona ke qondiswa khona igwegwe nangaphakathi khona ke emaphoyiseni angikaze nje lutho.
Yes, Mr. Baloi, any answers, questions arising from the court's questions?
No questions, my lord.
Mr. Gomezulu?
I've got questions. Sir, do you understand what is to take an oath?
That's correct.
Yebo ngiyakwazi ukuthi kuyini ke ukufunga.
Please tell the court.
That
What is it?
That I testified to the best of my knowledge and conscience.
Nokuthi ke ngizokwethula ke ubufakazi ke ngeyona ndlela ke futhi ke ngazi ke ukuthi ke bophezela kunembeza.
And I
Alright.
took the prescribed oath of binding on my conscience.
ukuthi ke leso sifungo leso engisithathayo ukuthi siyangibophezela ke kuyena ke umnembeza wami.
All right. I just want to clear up this aspect. Are you retired or resigned from the SAPS?
Now retired, but like I said, I'm still assisting my team because there isn't another IMB analyst appointed with them yet. But I'm also assisting some private companies, especially in my case now, I'm assisting them in farm attacks, farm murders, do analysis.
Akusiwo ukuthi ke ngisulile emsebenzini kodwa ke kufike isikhathi sokuthi ke ngibeke phansi ke noma ke lokho akubizwa phecelezi ke ukuretire kodwa manje uma ngishilo ukuthi akakabi khona ke umuntu ke owenzayo lo msebenzi ngisabalekelela ke neinkampani ezimele ke futhi la ekuhlaselwa khona ke kakhulukazi emaplazini ngisabalekelela.
For mere assisting your colleagues, does not derive a personal interest? Can that not mean you have derived a personal interest?
In which way?
All right. You are retired, you're no longer with the SAPS. Anything that you offer the state, does that not benefit you personally?
No, not at all at this stage.
Manje ke njengoba ngithi ngiyalekelela ke akukho engithi ke kukhona ke engikuzuzayo kuloko uma ngilekelela umbuso.
Do you know that a person, I'm talking about a person who fabricates or manufactures something, it's a personal decision of that person. Do you agree?
No, I agree. It's like the judge or my lord mentioned.
You don't have to.
Ngiyakwazi ke uma ukuthi ke umuntu wenza into engekho ukuthi ke bekhona ke lokho ukuthi ke alethe ubufakazi ongasibona ke ukuthi ke yebo lo wenzani nanje ngoba umehluleli beqeda ukusho ke manje.
You don't have to know these accused persons for a person to derive a personal interest of fabricating evidence.
No, it's true. I don't have to know anyone to do or been instructed to do something or something. I just do my own job to the best of my knowledge.
Kuyiqiniso ukuthi asikho isidingo sokuthi ngazi umuntu ukuthi ngenze ke noma yini noma ngenza into ukuthi nje ngenza umsebenzi wami ke ngalendlela ekufanele ngiwenze ngayo futhi nangendlela engazi ngakhona.
Before I conclude, let me just put it to you. Wait until Brigadier Gininda take that stand. You wait until he is cross-examined. That's when I'll make a conclusion. Because I didn't say you fabricated, but wait until Gininda take that stand. That's when I'm going to put it to you, or to him, and to include you, that you fabricated all the evidence. You cooked the evidence.
On what do you base that, sir?
I'll base on
Because
what is
Gininda-
coming.
No, wait. Gininda hasn't testified about his cell phone numbers.
May I repeat it? Maybe you didn't hear me, my lord.
Me?
Yes.
I hear everything in this.
May I rephrase it?
Yeah.
I'm
rephrase.
saying, wait until Gininda takes that stand. That's when I'm going to conclude that he fabricated evidence in
On what
this court.
basis? Can I know?
Wait until the court will wait until Gininda take a stand.
I see. Okay.
Yes.
Fine.
I don't want to put it now to him, but I'll make my own conclusions when Gininda takes that stand.
Yes, Mr. Ramsepidi.
As the court pleases, my lord, I do not have any questions for the witness.
Thanks. Yes, Mr. Ngomalo.
Is it please the court?
Mr. Ngomalo, please.
I thought it's for case number 3.
I said Ngomalo. I didn't say Mr.
Sorry,
Mnisi.
madam, sorry. I have nothing arising from the court's questions.
Yes,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Mnisi.
Thank you, Madam. Sir, is it correct that on a number of occasions you are admitted in your own weight that in the compilation of the testimony or the information that you had to come and give here at court, you had made numerous mistakes. There are issues where you were not certain about, you forgot those issues. Is that not so?
The only one I can mention is on page 23.
I'm not saying mention those instances. I'm saying, is it not so that you made mistakes, you forgot certain things in your...
And I can refer to my spreadsheet where I typed the numbers wrong.
Engikwaziyo ke la ngenze khona ke iphutha ngishilo ke page 23 na kusona ke spreadsheet sami la engiye mhlambe ngabhala noma ngatype wrong.
Sir, is it correct that on a number of occasions you said there are issues that you made mistake on and there are issues that which you forgot?
No,
Akusilodanga iqiniso
So you
ukuthi
never
ke
said that
ngivumeleke
you
ukuthi
made
ngenza
mistake
amaphutha.
and then you forgot.
not many occasions.
Now you said you have actually, as the court was leading you, that you had done more than 200 cases and none of those cases were
2,000.
2,000, yes. And none of the presiding officers in those cases actually rejected your version.
That's correct.
Thank you.
Yebo ngishilo ukuthi kunamacala amaningi ke ngisebenze kuwona ka enqeleke kwinkulungwane ezimbili akukho ke umehlukelo wake la asho khona ke ukuthi cha ubufakazi bami abamukeleki.
That is, you basing that assumption on the fact that the courts on which you appeared before ultimately returned a verdict of guilty on those that you're testifying against.
No, I don't understand.
I am saying we are basing that on the fact that the court on which you appeared or at which you appeared before would normally return a verdict of guilty against those that you're testifying against.
I can't agree. Or I can't comment.
Ingabe lokho ukusho ngoba lezo inkantolo lezo owethule ubufakazi kuzona ke inkantolo mhlambe labo owawufakaza ngakubona ke abalahlwa amacala angeke ngivumeke futhi akukho engakusho kuloko.
Let me tell you this, sir. In court, there are procedures. One of them, there's something called appeals. It could be that those courts that you appeared before on the basis of the fact that they would almost all convict people, then you would assume that your version is not rejected. But you don't know what is happening on appeal, not so.
No, actually, I monitor all my cases where there's been convictions.
Yeah.
Angikutshela lokhu ke kukhona okuningi okwenzekayo ke enkantolo asithi umuntu ke ulahlwe icala ke awukwazi ukuthi kwenzekani ke kamuva ke uma sekudluliswa icala engakusho kwena ke ukuthi ke onke amacala engithula ubufakazi kuona ke ngiyawalandela ke la khona futhi ke abantu balahlwe amacala.
That is what I'm putting you, sir, that in as much as all the cases that you're appearing before, on the presiding officers, with due respect, that you're appearing before, their finding would be that the people that that you have testified against, they will be found guilty. But the second leg of what is happening there, that is their appeals, maybe
Mr. Minister, please, that's speculation. Present the evidence to him and say, in case number so and so, this is what happened.
I'm not here to present evidence, my lord.
No,
that is never my duty.
No, that's
it is him.
He's
It's
told
the
you-
witness.
no,
I'm trying
Mr.
I'm trying to demonstrate to
Mr.
him
Nisi,
that
just
he might
just
not be
behave,
accurate
please.
in saying
Just
that
behave.
in all the cases,
Just
because there are
behave.
appeal processes.
Just behave, please. He's told you he monitors all his cases.
Thank
Now
you,
you're
my-
telling him about appeals and
Thank you, my lord. I'm going to request you, say, of all the 2,000 cases that you're saying you're monitoring, to identify if there are cases that went on appeal and what were the outcomes on appeal,
Don't
and
make-
come and present them here. Because
you don't have to. You don't have to. I'm overruling him. Okay.
Okay, thank you, my lord.
You don't have to.
Thank you. And the reason why I'm saying this is because there's a trajectory that has been busy formulated here at court that has got to do with a credibility finding when that time for credibility finding has not yet arrived. And that is totally irregular. Thank you. I've got no further questions.
Thank you.
Thank you, my lord.
I thought your curriculum vitae is in your affidavit,
Yes,
and you read it into the record.
that's correct.
Thank you. Okay.
It's me, my lord.
Sorry, yeah.
Colonel, you're saying there is there is no case wherein your evidence has been rejected. Is that what you said? There is no
correct.
case wherein your evidence has been rejected.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yebo ngiyasho ukuthi akukho la khona ke ubufakazi bami ke abamukelwa khona.
Could you please give us a list and the citation of those cases so that the information that we have tendered under oath now can be verified?
That's correct.
list?
Well, what I can do it if you instruct me to do it, but I can also mention they talking about now 2,000 cases which appeared in court. That's not the incident. I work on 2,000 cases and appear in court regularly. It's not 2,000 cases. And I can tell now, the investigation officers contact me. We monitor my old cases. So I can just go, if I still got the records, because why must I keep the records still? If the investigation officer was part of my team that time, not phoning me now and said that is the result of that, I won't have any record anymore.
Sengingaya-ke ngiyobheka-ke emuva-ke uma kuwukuthi ama-record asekhona nokuthi futhi-ke abaphenyi-ke balawo macala bayaxhumana-ke nami uma kuwukuthi akasaxhumani-ke nami kodwa-ke sengingahamba-ke ngiyobheka-ke lawo makhesi ngoba ngishilo-ke ukuthi amakhesi-ke ngiyawalandelela.
If you can just give us citation, then we'll be able to do the research on our own. And the reason why, Colonel, I'm asking for this proof is because this is a court of law. Whatever that you say in court, it must be substantiated by evidence. That's why I'm saying give us citation so that we can go and research those cases to verify if your evidence has never been rejected in all of those 2,000 cases.
Okay, my lord.
Ngizokwenza-ke lokho ukuthi-ke ngininikeza-ke lawo makhesi lawo ukuthi nizowabheka.
Yeah, you've just said you understand the meaning of taking an oath. Which oath were you referring to? The oath when you are being employed or the oath that you take here in court when you are testifying? Which oath were you referring to?
No comment, my lord. Because it seems to me we're playing now.
Ushilo-ke ukuthi uyazi-ke ukuthi kuyini ukufunga usho. Ukufunga-ke uma ngabe uqala-ke umsebenzi nanjengephoyisa noma ukufunga la enkantolo akukho-ke ngizokusho-ke lapho ngoba sengathi siyadlala-ke manje.
Colonel, from your experience in the service of the SAPS, there are many police officers who have testified against the accused or about the accused in cases that they've dealt with. Do you understand?
Yes.
Yebo kuyiqiniso ukuthi maningi-ke amaphoyisa-ke athule ubufakazi ngakubona-ke abamangalelwa.
And some of the evidence of those police officers had been rejected, not on the basis that they knew the accused that they were working with or the suspects they were working with, but the test for rejecting evidence is the unreliability and authenticity of evidence that that individual is testifying about, which is not the case in your evidence.
My lord, I can testify the same about her. She's unreliable, trying to put me in a way, so we can point fingers to each other in this court.
Thank you, my lord. I have no further. Thank you, my lord. I have no further questions. It shows the experience of being a colonel, the way you are responding.
And you as an advocate.
You know what? Thanks ever so much.
Thank
for
you,
your
my lord.
assistance. I know it was disconcerting for you to break off your vacation,
For my long leave.
your long leave. Okay, we appreciate your
Thank you, my lord.
efforts. Okay. Yes, Mr.
As the court please, my lord, the court indicated at some stage that the court would like to recall Ms.
No, I'm
Pinky
not going to.
Vathelikam. Is it still necessary? Because
I'm not going
we asked her just to be on standby.
Hello?
We asked her not to come to court, but just to be on standby.
No, I'm not going to recall it
Oh,
because
that's
this witness has covered
As
all
a
those
court,
exigencies which gave me a problem.
As a court, please, my lord, can we maybe adjourn for about 15 minutes just to have a discussion with my colleagues?
Your excuse?
Sorry.
Okay, no?
This is switching off, thank you.
Oh, okay.
I've just received an indication that apparently Advocate Numala wants to hand in certain documents.
Is it? Which documents are those? Sir?
My lord, there were exhibits that I referred to in my cross-examination.
Yeah, you handed them off.
Yes. No.
You didn't hand them
this,
up.
this is the second one.
Oh, the second one. The first
Yes.
one was
Exhibit. Advocate Sibano, can you assist? Exhibit.
The first one was Triple K5F, the downloads.
yeah, triple K 5.
Triple KF,
F-
triple K5
F-
in brackets F.
F, yeah.
The
Okay.
downloads.
All right. And which one also?
Then there was a reference to a document that was not handed up, but I think my learned friend can elaborate on that.
Okay.
This one, my daughter, would be exhibit KK5H
5H.
from
Yeah.
Roman figure 1 to Roman figure 3.
Do you have a copy for the court?
Yes.
also? Yeah. Okay. Thanks. Bam, 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 bam. So, is that it?
That's, yes, yes, my daughter, that is it. Thank you.
The other one, wait, I don't have a copy of the other one. It was triple K what? 4, 5, 6.
5F. Triple K5F.
5F, oh, yeah. Okay, let's see.
Is it not with you, Kenneth? The exhibit.
Triple K5F.
I do have it, my daughter. Thank
Yeah,
you.
can I have a copy then? Bengi.
That will be on, my daughter. Thank you.
Okay, is it okay? Balui, must I adjourn or what?
As a court, please, yes, may we just adjourn for,
What's happening tomorrow?
well, that's what we want to discuss, my lord. That's what we want to discuss now
So I must come back.
with my colleagues, yes, if it's possible.
I must go out to come back.
Yes, unless if we were to adjourn and then come back tomorrow, but I suggest that maybe we
Have you heard
adjourn.
about South African politicians?
There's a lot, what in particular? What in
They
particular?
go out, they come back. Right, you'll call me.